Griffin, I don't know if you can actually hear the existential dread. The dread that exists in the undertones of this stream right here tonight. Wilson says, I want to face DJs in Incursions. Guffa says he's getting a headache. Wait, what? Someone's trying to write Jurassic Park in space. Dr. Iron Chef says, petitioning for 14 versus 15. Dread. Wait, are you serious? It's server 14 and 15? Is that a real thing? Waffly, are you here? Oh no. You got bad news, Bears. Just us potatoes. Hey Shelby, what's going on? Griffin. Sigma rating has made its way into Star Trek Fleet Command. And with it, is he even listening? He's not even listening.
What? Is this thing on?
Oh my God.
I was enjoying the view of the planet that I'm circling. It's quite a lot of fuel it takes to maintain an orbit like that.
Yeah.
I did enjoy it for a few minutes. I'm sorry.
Yep. There you go. Hey, bestie, says Fun Daddy.
How you doing? Oh, hey, Fun Daddy.
Sherlock Holmes says, strange. Griffin's a prophet.
How's that?
Well, today, Griffin, in case you missed the wonderful announcement from the Overlords, Sigma rating has been released to the community. And for
it's a really good idea to keep your shields up on your base then, isn't it?
For some reason, the chat thinks that you leaked this last night.
I don't know what anybody's talking about. As I said before the end of the stream, as I always do, I was simply advising DJs to make sure his shield was up.
Uh-huh. I wonder why you decided that moment, that night of all nights to choose.
I don't know. Call it fate, call it karma. You know, even a blind squirrel finds a nut occasionally.
Yeah. Where is Jonathan Ingram? I was promised Ingram. He's plotting. He's planning. He's preparing for the massive amounts of musical selections and bandwidth needed to host his new content channel. Angry Lou,
his channel is going to skyrocket with popularity based on this. Let me tell you.
Hey, what's going on? Loki, thank you very much. Ultravetica, good evening. Angry Lou, what's up, Shadow Wolves? Hello, Shelby. Nelson, Fun Daddy, Chef, are we facing each other in Incursions? Is that real?
I got to watch out for Benny Hill's ghost. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Or maybe Benny Hill's ghost needs to watch out for me. Benny Hill's ghost.
Chef says yes. Now, here's the problem, though. Aren't we going to be in Los Angeles? July 25th. Hang on. Let's just take a look and see. July 25th. Yeah, it's Saturday, bro.
If you're going to be in Los Angeles on the 25th, you're going to be in the wrong city by about 200 miles.
Well, San Diego. Yeah, that's what I meant. San Diego. We're going to be in California. Wilson says, Chef says, perfect. Perfecto. Rose Taco, thank you for the 22-month resub. Appreciate you. Shadow Wolves, thank you. Angry Lou, thank you so very much. What's up? Wilson wants to know how Griffin's apology tour is going.
That's going great. I have not been attacked once today, and I think everything's fine.
Oh, wonderful.
I think the apology must have been accepted.
That's great. I'm fantastic. Geography and DJs like oil and water. Yep, that's right. We don't go together. MIS Nemesis, thank you for dropping a 10 bomb. Holy smokes.
Oh, speak of the devil, there's the sister party of SWAT, Nemesis. He is currently in control of that 4-star system that we wanted to try Armadas on.
Oh.
Maybe Nemesis will help us out.
So you have an opportunity to actually run Armadas tonight, is what you're saying. You actually got it worked out?
I mean, Well, I have the opportunity to see if Nemesis will. He says, Nemesis right. Says, no. See, there you go. Perfect. Yeah, right.
Yeah, right. You're going to be able, you know what?
Right.
We're going to see you spend these directives, and we're going to see what actually happens tonight. Yeah, right. You're going to be able to blow those things up. Wilson.
That sounds like an invitation to me.
Wilson, thank you for your 5 bomb. Appreciate that. Camel, thank you for saying thank you. Appreciate that. Stratton Lorian says, I've seen some players getting hit today thanks to good old Green Griffin.
That can't be true.
There you go. Gee whiz. Yeah, Nemesis says it's probably not going to happen because you guys got some politics going on over there.
Listen, Nemesis is a Server 41 player like me. We don't play with these silly rules about you can't pop into a like this is all out war if you accidentally leave an amalgam in the wrong place at the wrong time.
I see.
This is a Server 54 issue.
I gotcha.
Maybe we can do business. Me and Nemesis, we'll see.
Okay, we'll see. Nemesis is down with Row.
Down with Row. I completely agree.
Let's go. All right.
Good
evening, everybody. Appreciate you guys all being here. Golly, thank you so very much for being here. Wilson, thanks for dropping the 5 bomb. Nemesis for dropping a 10. Thank you guys so very, very much. A couple of things that we're going to knock out of the way here this evening. Just letting you guys know, hey, with the early 30 subs that came in tonight, thank you guys so very, very much. Appreciate that. We are less than 1,000 subs away from a go wheel spin, Griffin. And if we take a look at our bingo card, we are actually tracking pretty well on the bingo card. We've got 1 bingo, very, very close to a second bingo here. Taking a look at the card. Oh, that's your screen. There we go. Taking a look at the card here tonight. Summertime bingos are working very, very well here so far. You guys are only 2 squares away from another bingo. Look here. Here's 1 square away from a bingo here tonight. So we could hit another 1, possibly 2 bingos tonight. And if we hit 2 bingos tonight, then you would actually get a 4th bonus square absolutely free. Of course, we're talking, when am I doing that 2,000 for the tiered up subs? Oh, gosh, yeah, we were supposed to do that. Was that for last month? Wait, no. Wait, was it? Yeah, no, it was. It was for the Partner Plus thing. We owe $2,000, don't we? Forgot about that, Caledon. Where's Tarpy?
Just a casual $2,000 forgetfulness.
Well, let's
You're
see.
The worst in the district.
We did $1,000 for the KBS unit, right? But we still owe $2,000 more dollars. I tell you what, I will do that right as soon as we get back from Comic-Con. Grouchy Outlaw says, forgot. Well, technically, I did forget. But
what had happened was
Tarpy wouldn't have let me actually forget. It just, I've been prepping a lot this week, and it kind of slipped my mind. But Tarpy wouldn't have let me forget. You guys know better than that. Enterprise, the Talking Trek historian, points out that we are currently sitting at 252 of the Partner Plus points for the 450 needed on the bingo card here, Griffin. So over halfway to this particular bingo square right here. So we are doing quite well. All right. We'll point out that we're almost 20% through to the bits square here. So we've got a lot. We got a lot happening here on the bingo card, and you guys have an opportunity to help out, whether it's on !Throne or !Patreon, which is probably where we need the most activity to go over there and get people signed up for either the $5 package or the $15 package on Patreon to support. When we get 50 total Studio B memberships over there and 100 total just regular supporters over there, then you get 2 bingo squares as well. That is all happening. The official rules for the Talking Trek Cruise giveaway are available now at UltimatDJz.com. Griffin.
Yes.
Star Trek The Cruise 10 out of New Orleans. Pretty excited about it. It's actually time to start thinking about it, you know? I've been getting my emails.
It's gonna be happening. The big 10th anniversary cruise. Is this the year that we get assimilated as well?
No. What year do we get assimilated, Bear Bud? Is it our 5th year or our 7th year?
5th year.
So this is our 4th year, right? Would this be our 4th year?
Ooh. What a ripoff.
This will be our 4th year. Yeah, it'll be our 4th year. Do I still do Studio B? Yeah, we did a couple right at the beginning of July, but not through the middle because of vacation and traveling and so forth. So Waffly says, please, been thinking about this since the last cruise. Yeah, man. No, we're very excited. It's about time to start kicking up on that. And you have an opportunity to earn entries just with your subs, your gifted subs, your memberships, your YouTube memberships. What's going on over there, YouTubes? and you guys have an opportunity to
Shouldn't
earn
you
your
have
tickets.
a music vendor to this portion, like one of the?
That's it. That's it right there. Thank you
can't
very much.
wait.
Appreciate that.
You know, and I have it on good authority that the captain of this new ship that we're going to be on this year has guaranteed everybody that the buffet will always have French fries available.
We have
24 hours a day.
We've received
so that has
confirmation.
been secured.
Go,
that is
hold
a big
it,
win.
hold it. You can't claim 24 hours a day. We can actually only claim 19 hours a day. The current operating hours of the Windjammer Cafe. Okay, 19 hours a day, French fries. We got that.
Yeah. Well, they gave me a key to the kitchen. So
I got
if
you.
anybody wants to fire up some 3 a.m. French fries.
That is funny because we do actually have keys to the Windjammer. I don't know if anybody actually knows that. We actually are allowed in Windjammer when nobody else is allowed in there. So, yeah, we do actually have keys to the Windjammer. It's actually kind of awesome. Washy for Yummy Yummy. When are we coming to Vancouver? Coming to Vancouver. That is
3 weeks.
Hey, Tarpy, what's up? See, sticky note.
Hi.
That is happening, Wednesday the 5th or the 12th?
What? No. 12th.
12th. Wednesday the 12th, I'll be flying out to Vancouver. See, Tarpy handles all that. I keep Tarpy's in charge.
Hey, can you look at the fries?
That's my brother in the background, by the way.
Totally forgot.
Yes, fries. How many would you like? And would you like them
super size, extra salt,
I'm only here for
truffle
like 5 minutes.
seasoning?
truffle.
And then I'm gonna have dinner.
Ketchup. You need ranch.
He's grilling me
Maybe
food.
you're gonna take some
He's amazing.
ranch and some buffalo and mix it into a nice pink sauce. It'd be really good there.
That's called ranchalo, and it's amazing.
Yeah, it's awesome stuff. You put a little drop of Tabasco in there too, as well. Do you like your fries crispy? See, no, I like soggy fries. I like soggy fries. I like them soft and mushy. All right, that way I can.
Ew.
Yeah.
What is wrong with you? Who likes a soggy fry?
Me.
That's like saying I like damp socks. Disgusting.
Wait, what? You guys want crunchy fries? What's wrong with you?
Yeah, because they're nice and piping hot.
Well, they can be hot, and they can still be
potato
soft.
has not been fully molested by the oil, and they're still crispy.
Did you seriously like soggy fries? What is wrong with you? DJs,
Who wants
what is wrong with you?
Who wants to chip a tooth on a French fry? Not this guy.
That should be your new screen name, Soggy Fries. Here comes Soggy Fries.
I mean, wow, really?
That explains so much, actually. I just keep learning more and more about you, and I keep getting more and more depressed.
Look at the chat. Am I really alone? Am I alone?
Yeah, this is a 95.5 issue. I guarantee it.
Thank you, House of Q. Thank you. Finally, somebody sees it from my perspective.
You realize if it's coming from someone who says House of Q, that they're probably telling the opposite truth.
No, they're not. The Q's got me. Thank you, Q. I appreciate you. Okay. Hey, KA Knowledge. Thank you. 47 months on the resub. Appreciate that. Wait, what is happening? Guffa's trying to change my name. What did you choose? What did you choose?
Soggy Fry? Soggy Fries?
No, it's not going to be Soggy Fries, is it? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
How did you redeem it that fast?
Now, if that won't fit, you can do just Soggy FRYZ.
Unbelievable.
No, it's very believable. You did this to yourself.
Ultimate fries. Soggy fries. There we go. Soggy fries will fit. I'm shocked. I'm shocked at this. Caledon, thank you for redeeming VIP. I'll get you taken care of tonight. Listen, we've got some stuff we're going to do tonight. And hopefully Griffin doesn't get blown up by the war on his server. And Venadia has redeemed 60 seconds of voice change.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate that, and Venadia. Thank you. Alpha Zypher also with the name change, so you get 2 minutes. Guffa, I don't appreciate it as much as you think.
I completely appreciate it.
I don't.
I do. Hey, are we gonna watch the video about this new ship that I had no idea was coming?
Yeah. Why is there a war on Griffin's server? Because he trespassed. He trespassed.
I did a hailing frequency in...
You trespassed.
I did not trespass. I was just flying through a system. I was trying to take my way home. I took a left in Albuquerque. My ship was cloaked. It was an amalgam. It's not like you can blow anything up with an amalgam. And then I just threw a hailing frequency over the Admiral's base. That, you know, like a little fart emoji.
You threw a
and apparently that's a problem.
A fart emoji over the Admiral's base.
Well, it's a hailing frequency. I mean, you know.
Which one is a fart? Yes, Mad Hatter.
I think you have to spend at least $250,000 in the game to unlock the fart emoji.
I got you. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday, Mad Hatter also got the weekly stream redeem for changing the background image for us inside STFC for the week, Griffin. This feels a little early. I'm going to go with it, but it feels a little early to be prepping for the Halloween season.
Oh, well, it's after the 4th of July, so I say go for it.
So there you go. We're prepping for the Halloween season. I feel like they're trying to build up a little bit of hype for what could be
happening in Halloween. Thank you for the 2 minutes. What could be happening in Halloween with the Salem thing, right? Mad Hatter.
No.
So yeah, I feel like they're trying to get everybody in the spirit. Okay. Yeah. Hey, Paul.
I love that. I love everything about that.
So
that's very spooky.
Yeah. There you go. All kinds of spookiness happening over there. That is our
Why
new.
Why does it look like I'm a 60-year-old? That's my only problem with these AI images. It always puts 20 years on me. What's up with that?
Look at me. I mean, look at those bags under my eyes, man. It looks like
at least you have eyes. I think my eyes are gone.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Ra'ul Reaver is here. Domo, thank you for your 15-month resub. Domo, attention, Domo. Wrong button. Domo, attention, Domo56_. Thank you for your 15-month resub. You are amazing. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. The Ra'ul Reaver. All right, brand spanking new content. Waffly, I saw you in Discord earlier. Said, "Wait, DJ, what about no new content?"
That's messed up.
All right, I'm gonna have to pull out my receipts.
Joke's on you, Guffa.
We'll have to pull out my receipts.
No, we didn't say that there's no new content. We said there's no new content except there's one teeny little thing.
Well, in fairness, they also never said we're not making content. They said they were going to slow down. As a matter of fact, from the very beginning, we said that M94 was the anthology arc, and M95 was going to be extremely slow as they start to ramp up into seasons. M93 and M94, rather. M95 will be the start of seasons. But yeah, this month, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, this month and next, it's going to be very, very slow. Okay? It's going to be very, very slow. But not completely done. Not with nothing.
It's so slow, in fact, that maybe you guys just don't log in for a day or two, forget to put your shields up, especially if you're op 70 or more. And then, you'll wake up to a nice, pleasant surprise when you log back into the game because you'll have no Sigma left.
Well, it could be op 61 or higher because G6 uses Sigma as well. We're going to talk a little bit about this tonight. Now, I have a very unpopular opinion, and I've been told multiple times, by the way, including my peers. All right, this right here is where I lose credibility within the community, I think. All I've been hearing for the last couple of days is, you don't speak for me, and you're so disconnected in your ivory tower. I've heard a lot of that, ironically, with the exact same verbiage. I'm not really sure. Yeah, but...
So what you're saying is you made one person with a bot access extremely angry.
But if I had any credibility to begin with. However, what I will say is, by the way, there are multiple witnesses to this, and I will apologize to people who think I'm being too aggressive. Okay? I think this ship is freaking weak sauce, man. I voted to make this thing so much more powerful, and I was voted down by everybody. Everybody.
Why?
Everybody.
Why? Not me.
Everybody. Even my peers, even other players told me that I was being too aggressive.
Greedy?
That I was being too aggressive, and that I shouldn't want to damage.
Sir, is there a cube out there?
That I shouldn't want to wipe out a player's base in 10 or 15 minutes or less.
Why not?
Me personally, speaking as someone who has had his base wiped out in 15 or 20 minutes or less, okay? I'm still here to talk about it. I'm still here to talk about it. I've lived. I'm a survivor of a vaulted base. Okay? But
me too.
But yeah, a lot of people were toe to toe with me on this. And ultimately the decision was made to go this route. Now, here's the deal. I am not going to be critical of this mechanic. I've been screaming for years and years that Sigma rating needs to come into the game. All right. Hey, you pantsless bear.
Oh, Winnie.
Bow chicka wow.
Bow chicka wow wow.
That's the sound everyone on DJ's server made when they found out they can take his Sigma. Learn to shield DJs.
We'll get around to
You're
it.
the James Harden of STFC.
Oh, wow.
So, hard haze.
Well, here's the deal. Duke Vengeance says, I would literally pay to be on DJ's server right now. Now, here's the deal. Thank you. Natural Beef, thank you for your 6-month resub. Gray Sabers, thank you. GGT, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Jules Verne showing some love with 100 kitty bitties and starting a hype train. All right, so listen. All right, so are you guys saying that you wanted the ship to be more powerful? Is that what you're saying? Did you want to zero a base? And by the way, we're talking, Mimi. I'm not talking when there was millions and you were using G3 and G4 raiders, because yes, it was hours. I'm talking about days of envoys and horizons when, yes, you vaulted a base in minutes. Okay? You vaulted a base in minutes. Now, we're talking G2 and G3. The Horizon was a ship that unlocked at Ops 26. Okay? But yes, a Horizon zeroed a base in minutes. All right? Mimi, I don't know if you remember. I mean, you should remember, right? Mimi's an original player, right? Am I forgetting? Wardod says I missed those days. I know. And so when we finally get to the point where we are looking at a Sigma Raider, I'm thinking, yes. Back are the days of anarchy and chaos. Back are the days of raiding and actually feeling progress. Back are the days where we can raid for 15 or 20 minutes and get a building out of it. Now, Guffa says, why is it somebody on the panel always trying to ruin the economy? But do you think that I'm trying to ruin the economy by just being able to steal all your stuff?
Well, your question and your point lacks context because we haven't played the video and maybe some viewers don't know exactly what the ship does or does not do.
Okay, well, let's do that then. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a quick pause and visit over one time on a complete playthrough with no pauses, because that is what I'm doing. And I just realized I've got the wrong screen up. Stand by.
Oh, close one.
Close one right there. No, not for a leak, just for you to be able to hear stuff. Sorry. No. I've got to use a special window in order for you to actually hear stuff because, okay, here we go.
Prepare to rewrite the rules of station raiding. Introducing the Ra'ul Reaver, a new Epic Sigma raiding ship built for G6 and G7 commanders. Forged from a compact Klingon support craft once used by the disgraced House Ra'ul, the Reaver now has a new purpose: to raid, to plunder. Unlike traditional ships, the Ra'ul Reaver is purpose-built for Sigma resource trading. Much like the Amalgam, it's built for raiding, but instead of prioritizing standard resources, it goes straight for Sigma resources. For the first time, you'll be able to raid Sigma resources directly, bypassing the need to raid standard resources first. At the heart of the ship is its unique matter array, an advanced cargo system designed specifically to harvest and store Sigma resources. After every successful raid, The Reaver prioritizes collecting Sigma resources before filling any remaining cargo space with standard resources. And if your target still has more to give, the matter array reaches even deeper, extracting additional resources beyond the ship's standard cargo capacity. But the Ra'ul Reaver doesn't just raid, it also converts. A brand new exclusive Sigma resources refinery allows you to transform Parsteel, Tritanium, and Dilithium into protected Sigma resource tokens, safely storing your rewards away from future raids. As your Ra'ul Reaver grows stronger, so does your refinery. Each ship upgrade improves conversion efficiency, while also providing the ship parts needed for continued progression. During the month-long launch window, upgrading the Ra'ul Reaver also unlocks exclusive milestone rewards every 2 ship tiers, including Sigma resource tokens, officer shards, peace shields, and with each tier-up gift, those rewards become even more valuable. Ready to add the Ra'ul Reaver to your fleet? Blueprints can be earned through the Alliance Tournament Store and Infinite Incursions, while ship parts are acquired through the exclusive Reaver Conversion Refinery. Whether you're strengthening your Sigma economy, preparing for Infinite Incursions, or becoming the ultimate station raider, the Ra'ul Reaver is ready to become an essential part of your fleet. The galaxy is full of untapped riches. The only question is, who's bold enough to take them? Play now and command the Ra'ul Reaver. Live long and prosper, Commanders.
All right, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to actually come back and rewatch this video, this time now with pauses, because there's stuff to talk about in here. And I just saw a random Beck Likes Plants pop up in the chat. What are you doing, Beck? Hello!
No need to rewatch it. I'll take 2. Next.
Well, shenanigans, I suppose. Hey, Beck. Beck writes in the chat, fun fact, this is indeed an actual human voice. No,
I thought it was
here.
AI. Is this going to comment? Why are they using AI now for these? No way, it's a real voice.
Beck says it is indeed a human voice. Same person as last month, and the ship is from Star Trek Canon. It is the Klingon Raider ship from Discovery. Just in case you guys don't remember the context in the game, here it is, right here, directly from a still shot from Star Trek Discovery. All right, right.
I saw that in a tree up in Hawaii.
Yeah, you guys remember that ship scene right there, and just okay. There you go. Polar Bear says, I'm not getting it. Not getting the joke. This is officially the USS Peacock. All right. And by the way, I am going to throw out that I love the art on this ship. Love the art on this ship. As always, the art team continues to absolutely smash. And I continue to tell the Fleet Command team, let me spend money on cosmetics, please. Okay, just do it. Can we spend a little money on cosmetics? I feel like we would do all right with that. We're going to hop inside the game very quickly. Actually, no, we're not. We're going to go. Ha! I fixed it. There you go, Matt Hatter.
Perfect. I thought you wanted to rewatch and pause through the video. You said.
I do. I do want to go back and watch the video because there's a couple of things that I want to talk about and things that we are going to get into tonight as far as math and teaching and some of the stuff that Jules Verne already has prepared that we're going to be able to share with you guys regarding already a scoop calculator, and you guys wanted to see what some of the stuff is going to be for like how good it's going to be. And we're going to show some of those tiers as we go up. But first, let's hop back into the video, Griffin, and let's watch this thing with a couple of pauses as we go through because there's a few things that I want to point out. All right, here we go.
Yes, sir. We'll do it.
Prepare to rewrite the rules of station rating. Introducing the Ra'ul Reaver.
First, I'm going to turn off the closed captioning. That way we can actually see the entire video, entire thing. The Ra'ul Reaver, all right? Or just what we're probably going to be ending up calling it, the Reaver or the Peacock, which it is fine and great art. Beautiful, beautiful ship. I would pay just to have the skin on this. But this is the brand new
Epic Sigma rating ship,
Raider.
built for G6 and G7 commanders. Forged from a compact Klingon support craft once used by the disgraced House Ra'ul, the Reaver now has a new purpose: to raid.
Some people told me that they were actually going to call it the Dragonfly because it looks like it's got like a dragonfly tail on it. All right.
Couldn't we have just called it the Raider?
The Sigma Raider? Well, a lot of people will call it the Sigma Raider. Yeah. Vool says that it's a design from Dune. And I have seen that same design, but this is a ship from lore. Let me see if I can actually find it. I had somebody found this for me earlier and sent me the link because they were looking for it. But anyway, I digress. The Ra'ul Reaver is this new Sigma Raider. Now, I want to go through and talk about some of the mechanics here. So let's go through.
Unlike traditional ships, the Ra'ul Reaver is purpose-built for Sigma resource trading.
Yes.
Much like the Amalgam, it's built for raiding. But instead of
okay. Instead of primary resources, it's going to go directly to Sigma. It's going to bypass everything traditional. Okay. So it's going to go straight for Sigma, which, by the way, is what players have, a lot of players, myself included, have asked for an ability to raid Sigma. Okay. This is a real, in fact, a very real request. The issue that you come up with here is one of balance. Now, me personally, when I first saw this design, I was, thank you. Here it is. This is the actual Klingon Raider from the Star Trek wiki, Memory Delta, right here. The Klingon Raider from Discovery. L'Rell drove around this ship from the sarcophagus. Like it was around the sarcophagus time, story-wise. Anywho, and thank you for that. Appreciate that. I knew I had that somewhere. So this thing is going to bypass. Jules, can you send me the spreadsheet thing? For some reason, I've lost all my notes. I literally had everything prepared, and I've lost it. I've lost it all.
Depends which one you can leak.
I'm just going straight to the scoop calculator.
Okay.
By the way,
I think there's one that
if I don't open it, then later I can claim ignorance. Is there one that we're not allowed to leak yet?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, then because
it contains actual values, but that weren't on the video.
Okay. Well, we'll talk.
Definitely send that one. Perfect.
That's okay. Hey, real quick, let's give Jules something to work with so he can send us a screenshot of charts. Can I have? You know what? Let's look at my account. Let's just look at my account. You guys all seem to think that I'm going to be excessively rated. Jules, if you would, will you please prepare some tier math based on the following resource values: 9.5 million Sigma Sigma Steel, 8.8 million Sigma Trite, and 28.6 million Sigma Dill. Those are my exact resources right now. So server 15 will have, and apparently server 14 in just a couple of days, are going to have the opportunity at this 50 million worth of resources. We'll let Jules tell you how long it's going to take for you to get it. Now, coming back into the video, this is a direct bypass of traditional resources, okay? Direct bypass of traditional resources means it'll go straight for Sigma. The ship has an insanely small cargo, Griffin. All right, we're talking hundreds. All right, eventually it breaks into thousands. All right, extremely small cargo. But what makes this ship valuable, if you will, is the Amalgam ability, which is the overload or the overstack ability, meaning that it's going to fill the cargo. And then if, by the way, same mechanics apply. Who remembers the actual mechanics of the original Amalgam Raider? Does anybody remember what the actual conditions were for the ability to work? Jules, this is a callback, and I bet a lot of people may not remember, but I'm just going to see if anybody does. Like full-on original game mechanics. Does anybody remember? What has to happen with the Amalgam in order for it to actually trigger? Let's go and look at the ship's ability. Okay? Let's go look at the ship's ability. Combat Scavenger. After winning a battle, if the target has more resources than the Amalgam's available cargo space, the Amalgam will fill its cargo and then take an additional 0.1% of the remaining resources. This ability only activates if the Amalgam has an empty cargo hold. Okay?
Oh, interesting.
Okay. So remember, just sitting there humping a base is not going to trigger the ability. It has to be empty. If you have even one resource in there, it will not trigger. It must be empty, and you must take more than the cargo. There must be more cargo available than the cargo space that you have. So let's pretend, Jules, that the ship has 900 cargo space, which, by the way, is one of the tier's numbers. This ship has no. This ship will receive no benefits from any cargo space research, exocomp, or officer. Nothing. So
does that include Baitor, for example?
That includes Baitor. If the cargo of the ship shows 900, that's what it is, with 0 modifiers available at this time. However, you do have the actual Reaver ability. Okay? You've got the actual Reaver ability, which is going to be the percentage boost that it's going to go up by tier. For example, at tier 1 on the unlock, you're going to get 0.001% of the available resources. And right now, Jules is going to prepare for us a little chart that will show you guys what the scoops would be if you guys were hitting my base.
It's pinned in the Twitch chat. It was already added to the ops progression. Thank you, Quasel. This is something that is going to be the Sigma Raider sheet. There's a lot more to it. One thing while you're looking at this that I want to explain, just like the Amalgam, you take whatever the cargo hold is plus the bonus.
Correct.
Now, we're not authorized to show you what the cargo amounts are, so therefore they are not actually included with the scoop sizes. So the only thing that you're seeing when it says scoop, total first scoop here on the side, are sample scoops by type. Those are just the bonuses you will receive, if that makes sense.
It does. So let's pretend for a minute, and I am going to pretend this is a completely made up value. All right? We're looking here at our bonuses, 361, 72, 36. Let's pretend that the cargo has a base of 100. That's going to add 100. You're still getting your sample distribution sizes, and that's going to be the size of the scoop. Okay? This is the size of the scoop. Now, I want to come back. We're going to turn that back to 0. I want to come back to the video for just a moment before we talk about the mechanics and the mathematical breakdown of how this actually works. All right?
Prioritizing standard resources, it goes straight for Sigma resources. For the first time, you'll be able to raid Sigma resources directly, bypassing the need to raid standard resources first. At the heart of the ship is its unique matter array, an advanced cargo system designed specifically to harvest and store Sigma resources.
By the way, the same exact verbiage applies. After winning a battle, if the target has more resources than the Reaver's cargo space, the Reaver will then fill its cargo with it'll fill the cargo and then take an additional percentage of the remaining resources. The ability only activates if the Reaver has empty cargo space before attacking. Okay? Now,
got it.
Here's the thing, Ramscoop. This I will actually, at the risk of everything else this week, I'm actually going to say that this ability was actually really toned down based on player feedback. And I will loudly say, I was literally the only one in the room. All right, everybody else thought I was crazy. I firmly believe that these values are too small. All right. And literally everybody told me I was wrong. And the reason for this, okay? The reason for this is people didn't want to be rated How many would quit if they got Sigma Zero, Delmeyer? Exactly. They're not wanting people to get mad and quit the game, okay? But I'm here to tell you, I represented me personally. This was just me personally. I came back in and said, hey, we need rating from 7 years ago. We need rating from 7 years ago when it was realistic for me to be zeroed within minutes. Okay? And Marmac, no. This was not from the VIP community. It was not. I was shocked, to be honest with you. All right. I was shocked at some of the player feedback and the focus testing because there was a lot of people asked about this. Me personally, I think it's way too small. Okay, I think it's too small.
Yeah.
That's right. Envoy rating. Those were the days. That was when it was exciting. You'd crack a base with the jellyfish. You'd crack a base with a horizon. All right. Mad Mel says disagree. Though perfect. That old rating was horrible. Tell me why though. Tell me why. Because that was the overwhelming feedback that came in was if I lost all my Sigma, I quit.
Weird.
Okay. So this actually was toned down a little bit. And I didn't want it to be, but I understand. I have to look at it from both sides. And just because I like something, as I've been told many times sitting up here in my ivory tower,
oh wow.
as I've been told, I may not always align with the player base. Literally, there were a dozen other players, including other moderators and content creators, who also felt like it was too aggressive. So the numbers were shaved down just a little bit, and I hope that we have an opportunity to build this up or whatever, eventually over time. But this was Ram Scoop. This was actually stronger. And it was toned down, not in an effort. And I will say this, okay? People are going to say what they're going to say about me anyway. This was toned down by player request, and I disagreed, to be honest with you. But I was literally like the only one in the room. So these numbers are it. And Jules, when we take a look at this chart, I mean, this is why, me personally, this is why I feel like this ship is bad. Now, to represent other opinions, Ram Scoop specifically, talking to you, not representing you, sorry, to talk to you, to your point, the ship is going to be terrible for us until we get it to a higher tier. One of the big things that they considered was the PvP banding. Okay, the PvP banding, in which, say, myself or Griffin could go down and scoop a level 61 or 62 player. Okay, so think about this for a moment. If a G6 player, an Ops 61, somebody Ops 61 in the chat, Ops 61, 62, somebody tell me, pick a building, a core building that you need to upgrade and give me the cost, like the actual net cost in the game right now, not base, but right now. If you go in and you are ready to upgrade the next building, what's it cost? Ops 61 or 62? I don't want anybody higher than that, because the number, by the way, should be right around 30, 40, 50,000. Right? 30, 40, 50,000-ish? Sound about right?
Let's see.
Somebody, hopefully. Do we have 61 or 62 in chat? All right. Tell me what your next building would cost. And here's the deal. These numbers were significantly higher. As in, for example, I could have a tier 2 or tier 3 ship. Hang on, Wilson. Okay. This is my point. But let's say that you had a tier 2 or tier 3, and I decided to go raid an Ops 62. I could raid a dozen buildings worth in 30 minutes. Would that break the spirit of an Ops 62 player? Well, pretty much everybody said yes. And I would have to say, I get it. I understand that disappointment. I understand that feeling of loss. I've been rated to vaults before multiple times. I'm still here to talk about it. Okay? But I understand that would be a bad feeling. Okay? Silverteb says, right here, op 62 to 63, which is a little higher than what I asked for, but I'll go with it. All right? Op 62 to 63 would be 130,000 Sigma steel. Look, by the way, and this is a perspective. This is a perspective that the focus group came up with, and it's legit. If there are ops locks on this ship, and there are, can an op 74 like Griffin max his ship?
75, sir. 75, please.
75. Max his ship and literally zero a player in 6 hits. 6.
Like a one shot? I would like a one shot.
6 hits. Okay, that's what we're talking about. Now, in fairness, even I said 20,
the other side of that equation, though, but my warehouse, my next building, I need 127 million of the damn par steel.
Yes,
give me all your stuff.
This was my point. My point is this ship. Therefore, if we tone it down to minimize loss for G6, okay, then it basically makes it completely worthless for G7.
Yeah, couldn't care less.
Couldn't care less, meaning that I am going to have to raid even at tier 8 or tier 9. Now, again, this is my base. It's not a huge base. Griffin, let's look at your base. Pull up your game, please.
Please, come on in.
Come on in. We're going to pop in your base. You have currently, by the way, not a huge amount, 122.2 million. Okay?
Yep, that's correct.
122.2 million. And you have 7.6 million trite, and you have 417,000 steel. Let's go back to the calculator. If we were rating Griffin's base, massive whale, here are your numbers. Now, if
on a maxed one, I'm going to lose 91,000?
90,000. Now, if I need 100 million to get to my next base.
No, not 100 million. 127 million.
Okay. Here's the deal. This is why I don't like this ship. Okay.
So I'm getting 70,000 par steel. What is 127 million divided by 70,000?
Hold on. I can do that math for you right here. Let's see. Calculator. We'll need the bigger one for the extra zeros here. Okay, here we go. 127 million.
That's what she said.
Divided by 70,000. You're going to need to scoop it. And by the way, this says 1,800, but that's not correct because it's also amalgam ability, so it's vanishing over time.
I have a bigger calculator for this.
There is indeed a what, Jules? A bigger calculator?
Yeah, I'm working on a bigger calculator. What are the numbers that we're looking for? Getting
122.2 million steel, 7.6 million trite, and 417,000 dill. And
with what tier ship?
Let's
15.
Okay, Griffin saying tier 15.
It will take 12 hours
to zero him.
Yeah.
For me to upgrade one par steel warehouse?
To zero this building or zero this base that has exactly this much.
Okay.
But for instance, if we take my numbers, which is like, I've got about 400 million of Sigma just sitting out there ready to be rated. You're going to have yours. You said you needed 122. We'll just go down.
Now, while Jules is doing math, I'm going to read some chat. And Guffa, you're right. 12 hours to score 125 million Sigma is actually good. Okay, that is great for the record. The problem is we're talking 12 hours of continuous rating. Just
But,
like
I said, if he was rating me, it would only take 2 hours to get the amount that he needs to build a building.
Because you're holding more resources.
Exactly.
This is...
You won't zero me. It'll take you 18 hours to zero me, but only 2 hours to get the exact same amount you're trying to raid a smaller base for.
Exactly.
Well, you need to go build something, Jules Verne. What are you waiting for? What is going on over there?
That's right. Yeah. Even DJs doesn't get rated for 12 hours. But here's the deal. Now, again, pros and cons here, Guffa. Okay? Pros and cons. Me personally, I do want it to be more aggressive. Okay? I do. However, objectively speaking, you're right. How long would it take us to start getting to Sigma now?
Oh, forever.
Days. Okay? Literally
it would take
days.
the 12 hours first, and then you can start thinking about rating Sigma.
Exactly. Okay? So this is still great as far as this goes. But my position is it is far more impactful for a G6. Now, let's flip it around. A G6 player can get it to, say, tier 5. Tier 5. Jules, based on the number of resources in your base, a tier 5 Reaver. And if you don't care, put it up on screen. Like, I'm in the calculator, so put your numbers up here. I don't need the time. I want to see one scoop. So how many resources is Jules Verne holding? Here we go. 260 million steel, 75 million trite, 70 million dill. Tier 5, G6 player. Your next building cost 100,000. 100,000 steel. 20 hits. 20 hits. Now, this is beautiful if you're a G6 player. Let me throw this out again, IJ, and I know we missed the boat. We get missed on just about everything these days. I'm starting to feel like Cruzito did a year ago. For G6, this is stupidly game-changing. There is not a G6 player that exists inside this game that should not be excited about this. Now, Guffa says we're ignoring the refinery. Not yet, we're not. Right now, we're talking about what the ship does utility-wise. Okay, we're going to get to the refinery.
With rating.
Okay, we're going to get to the refinery. But looking at this right here, for a G6 player, this is massive. Huge, in fact. Okay?
Well, good for them, I say. Is there a ship skin I can buy and put on there where I get like a Thomas Riker transporter accident and it doubles what I was supposed to be rating and I get twice as much?
No, Shiz said no. There's not. Shiz says G6 isn't hurting for Sigma if you aren't rushing, bro. There are G6 out there with more Sigma than me. Okay, because they don't need it doesn't mean they don't go after it. Okay, just means
that's true.
I mean, people love to raid. Okay, so. This right here for a G6 player. And by the way, let's pretend for a minute that you're going back to your days of G3, everybody. You legacy players, and you did get zeroed. What did you do? You went out and you raided it back, right? Back then, we had to put on our boots, and we had to tighten up our straps, and we went out.
Yep, that's true.
And we got it back. We got it back. That's right, Zeta. If you got zeroed, you'd raid somebody. Same here. Okay? This is substantial to a G6 player to be able to go out and raid this to get it back. Now, I'm not suggesting the free-to-play are going to get this ship immediately. That's not the case. I'm saying that as a G6 player, this is going to be far more substantial to you than it is to a G7 player.
Well, you know.
So, as Guffa points out, maybe it's not the utility of the ship. Maybe it's going to become a refinery ship. Let's go back to our video. What do you mean, DJs? What are you talking about with the refinery?
After every successful raid, The Reaver prioritizes collecting Sigma resources before...
No, Silosh. Let me be clear. My responsibility to the community is to always present everything, all the facts, the analytics. Even when I disagree with people, I take it back, all right? I do not like the rating value of this
Silosh,
shit.
He's a G7 player. I'm a G7 player. I don't like the feature right now either because the math is not to my benefit. What DJ just said is that if you're in G6 town, it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. And he's exactly right. It is.
All right. Now, I Conquer You says you still have to crack and raid that G7. How much is that going to cost? Everybody knows a whale. I can tell you this. There are a handful of players on my server that can one-shot my base. Do you think people actually come and spend time cracking me? No. They call Jonathan. Okay? Literally. They call one of those people who can crack my base. And they come.
1-800 call a whale.
Call a whale. Crack the base. And then the littles feed. Okay? That's right. You call it an airstrike. That's how raiding works. All right? So, yeah, you call him. He's already sitting on your base waiting for the shield to drop. Ramscoop says your base ain't that strong, though. Yeah, but I'm just using me as a dirty casual. All right, I'm going to get it. I love that term. I'm adopting it. I know that it was used in malice towards me, but I'm keeping it. I love it. I'm a dirty casual.
You're having a hard time with this chatbot. I feel bad for you, man. That's okay. Maya's just out for you.
Actually, no, this came out of chat last night. This one actually came out of chat.
Dirty casual.
I was a dirty casual. But that way, anyway. So what was I trying to say with that? I don't even remember what I was saying. But no, so Silosh, the point that I'm making is for a G6, it's really substantial because if you were to find a Jules size whale, then you're getting a lot really, really quick. Now, some people are going to say, well, G6 don't need resources. Listen, I think that's adorable. Okay? I think that's adorable. But that is not real. It's just not real. If you are a player who has hundreds of millions of G6 Sigma resources, if you're that good at amassing your resources, okay, then you are really good at amassing resources. Mm-hmm. And what that means is you're going to protect those resources. You're probably going to shield and keep those resources. And listen, I love it that you don't need all those resources right now at 62 or 63. Guess what? You're gonna. You are so gonna. You are gonna need them so much, you don't even know what's going to hit you. All right?
It's true.
Go ahead and build that G6 Epic and watch one component take 4 and 5 million trite. A piece. Okay?
Times 6.
Sam, good question. Sam says, hey, I got 170 million steel. Is that a lot? What's your ops? If you're 62, hell yeah, that's a lot. If you're Griffin size, it's not even one building.
Not even one building.
Okay? So it depends. Now, Shiz, you're 1,000% right. This is where the economy, by the way, listen, class, Shiz has got it. This is why we say that the economy is the most stupid, effed up thing in this entire game. Is this right here. This is the example. Okay? It's not that there's too many rewards coming or not enough rewards or, all of it, okay? Well, the rewards and what players are getting back, that's a piece. But just this piece right here, cost. Actual cost. Is broken by design. Okay? So much so that the Sigma Raider is mathematically impossible to design to satisfy both G6 and G7 players. It's mathematically impossible.
Too big of a spread.
It's too big of a spread. If you make it worth it for G7, then G6 get one shot. And if you make it reasonable for G6 and protect the G6, now it's worthless to G7, which is what they did.
Mm-hmm.
That's
DJ,
what they did.
question.
Go ahead, Putz.
Why couldn't they put in a if you are scooping a base of ops 61 through 70,
love it.
You run on this math.
Love it.
If you hit a base that is 71 up,
love
you
it.
run on this other math.
Love it.
Couldn't that satisfy
He loves it.
Love it. I love it. But
yeah, what's the
that technology does not exist and has not existed anytime we've ever asked about it. Remember when we've asked about target dependent scoring, and I don't mean based on ops, I mean based on ship, right? I could, if Griffin comes out with a G3 Enterprise, all right, then he should be able to engage with other G3 Enterprises. But if he came out, okay, that tech doesn't exist. Okay, doesn't exist. Now Shiz is talking about taxes. Shh, we don't talk about taxes here. Shh.
No
taxes. No taxes. That's not a good idea either. Okay, that's not a good idea either.
It was originally. Remember, that was one of the big riots that we had.
Amalgam had a tax. If you guys don't
we
forget.
Rioted the hell out of that one.
Do you guys remember the Amalgam tax?
That was as big as Free Gala. That was before Free Gala.
Let's not talk about rating taxes here, guys. Okay? Yeah, we
don't
remember.
poke the bear. Billy also remembers. Trust me.
Yeah. Okay. Well, he probably doesn't because it's been 3 different Billies since then. But okay. But
that's one of those things. It's like the new president comes in and they get the letter in the desk from the old president and they open it up and they say, "Oh, amalgam tax. Maybe we can bring that back next year."
We'll try that one. Maybe they've forgotten about it. That's right. There was all kinds of taxes. Anyway, long story short, all right, this is Shiz. All that to say, I don't want to get into a big conversation, but you're right. This is why the economy is broken. All right, continuing on.
Filling any remaining cargo space with standard resources. And if your target still has more to give, the matter array reaches even deeper, extracting additional resources beyond the ship's standard cargo capacity. But the Ra'ul Reaver doesn't just raid, it also converts. A brand new exclusive Sigma resources refinery allows...
All right, we're going to stop here. And yes, Shiz, I remember, but you guys hated it. I'm not going to ask them to bring a tax back in. Come on, achievement Christmas. You guys hated the taxes. Hey, Mufasa, what's up? All right, let's talk about this. Guffa says, okay, perhaps the G7 value lies here in this refinery. Okay, maybe it is. Maybe possibly it is. Because what this is going to do is going to take traditional legacy soft resources and convert them to tokens. Now, you guys may also remember me saying that tokens were also completely, horribly, terribly bad for this game. Okay? That is also dumb. That's what I'm saying. There's not much about this that I like. Okay? Silosh, like, seriously. I'm going to point out some mathematical facts. Okay? But I now, Schwag, see, Schwag is a perfect example. Schwag's an example of why I could be wrong on this. He says, this is not terrible, DJ. This is unrateable resource. Okay, hold on. Think about what we just said. You're using the Raider ship to create and convert unrateable resources. Now,
which you can never get back, dum-dums.
Well, hang on.
What kind of fun is that?
Hang on. Nobody else is ever going to be able to get back. Okay? That player is going to be able to get it. That player is going to protect themselves, just like shields could. Okay? It's tokenizing your resources. Guffa says I'm wrong. I don't think I am. But see, this is wild. Pretty smart. This is wild to me because the chat is now saying that I'm most wrong on this. This is the best part. Lube says the refinery is the best thing about this ship. I love Lube to death, but he doesn't want to raid. He's not a raider. He's not a raider. I love Lube. In my opinion, he's wrong on this. And by the way, we've openly discussed it. We disagree. Okay? We disagree.
I just don't get the point of having a raider ship and then using that same ship to convert what you raided into something that you cannot have raided back. I mean, there's no takebacks that way.
Well, here's the deal. This is a double protection. And it actually becomes a triple protection, honestly. If you think about, and this is why any one of these things is fine. Any one of these things is okay. But to double stack and triple stack and quadruple stack, this is going to kill rating. I mean, listen, it's not going to kill rating. It's just Sigma rating is not going to take off. Okay? Now, Mimi, here's the deal. Me personally, you act like you haven't known me for 7 years, Mimi. Maybe you haven't. I don't remember. I used to raid all the time when it meant something to me.
It's true, he did.
Okay, I raided all the time. Where's
Can
Captain
confirm.
Bull? Where's Captain Bull? Warnod, you know, you and I would go out on raiding parties together. Our alliances together would go out and sweep systems.
Yeah, that
Okay?
was a big thing.
This happened. So here, but again, this is where I am clearly wrong. Okay? See, Mufasa says the refinery is the best part of the ship. Well, if you think that that's good, see, to me, I think it's the worst part of the ship. But
can I ask them to explain why they think it's the best part?
I know why. Because it protects their resources. Okay.
What's the fun in that?
Well, do you want to? Here's the thing. Hang on. You don't want to lose all your stuff. They don't want to lose all their stuff. Okay, and this is it. Okay, they don't want to lose their stuff. So this is great. This converts stuff into tokens. It protects your stuff. Okay, now if we're going to offer players more stuff, more tools to protect their stuff, then shouldn't the ship be more lethal?
Yes.
If we
you already have a tool to protect all your stuff. It's called Have Shield strategy. You already have the best possible way to protect your stuff, which is have a shield regiment. And if you don't do it, then that's your bad. You lose. Give me your stuff.
Me
That's
personally,
what makes the game fun.
If you're going to have the ship be this inert, I'm using this word carefully. If you're, stop it. Shields never glitch. That's like a year 2, year 3 problem.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Okay, hasn't happened in a long, long time. But if you're going to make the ship this ineffective, then you know what? Give me just a regular resource converter so that I'm putting raidable resources into the game. Okay? That you don't need a double protection here. If you're going to remove raidable resources from the economy, then that means we've got even less time to make the ship valuable.
Correct. Bingo.
Okay. Now, this is
DJ, I have a question.
Just me. Go ahead, Putz.
The refinery with this ship, it's converting regular resources to Sigma coin. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay, so if you combine this refinery plus the refinery that we have that converts regular resources into Sigma, what effectively will this do is it will start depleting the mass amounts of regular resources, converting it all to Sigma, and now in the future, when you go to raid, even with your amalgam, you won't be standing against a quadrillion par steel wall.
Okay.
Potentially.
A 5 quadrillion wall.
Okay.
5.
Putz is on the right track, but he veered off at the last second. It's not about the wall. Okay.
You hit the tree. You hit the tree. You aim for the wall. You hit the tree.
You were on the right track, and then just at the last second, there was a little rabbit that bounced out onto the highway, and you just swerved right on off.
A deer. You can relate.
It was a deer. Okay. This is exactly, Doss. The result is the new ship is going to rely on the use of the amalgam. Oh my God! Where's the button for that? Okay? The new ship is nothing but an extension or an enabler or a tool to make the amalgam more valuable. Now, by the way, why is it more valuable? Why is it more valuable? Because the traditional resources are going to feed the refinery. Okay? The traditional resources, you've already got one converter in there that's going to raw resource. But now you're going to be able to put more traditional resources in to convert them into tokens, and you're going to have to, if you're going to invest in this loop, because that's where you get your Reaver parts. That's where the Reaver parts come from. You have to feed.
Oh, Yahtzee.
If you're a G6 or G7 player, now think about this loop for a second. And by the way, I actually love this piece of design. I love this piece of design. This, to me, is deviously smart, and I love it. Okay? By the way, this is a pure and classic example of reusing game mechanics, not reinventing the wheel, creating a new mathematical puzzle, a new thing for you to do that is still an old thing for you to do that creates a new outcome in the game. Okay? So, Guffa says, so what you're saying is they open up more rating on 2 levels with 1 ship. Yeah, kind of. Okay? But again, Guffa, my problem with this comes in. You know what, Guffa? I will admit one concession to you. Maybe I'm being too simplistic. Maybe, and I've actually said this to the chat before, so it would be fair for you to say it to me. I'm not looking at the entire picture, am I? Because it's not about the Sigma that I get from the raid. It's about the traditional resources that I'm going to get from the amalgam to then be able to convert into protected Sigma tokens and parts for my Reaver that are going to upgrade, improve the refinery, and allow me to protect more Sigma resources and make them unrateable. And then just in a wild happenstance, if I decide that I want to go out and raid some Sigma, I can go out and pick up, and here's where it fails for me, Guffa. I can go out and pick up 10,000 per scoop. Now, Retrieving says this is one ginormous circle jerk, and right here's where the circle breaks for me. I'm gonna tell you about a conversation. And by the way, I'm gonna tell you that the Ra'ul Reaver has been in development for almost a year. Right at about 10 months now. Okay? I'm gonna tell you that I have discussed this ship with Cameron Stewart. I've told him why I don't like it. And my personal opinion on this, Guffa, is that it should never have been a ship. Okay?
Interesting.
It should never have been a ship. This is...
What should it have been?
It's an economy piece. It's a research. It's a skin. It's Amalgam 2.0, whatever. This should never have been a ship. Okay? This is an economy mechanic. Okay? We did not need a whole ship to just have a refinery.
Ironically, DJ, they needed a ship.
I'm not saying it should have been a prime. I think that this should have been some kind of station tree. This should have been some kind of research. This should have been some type of conversion mechanic that, by the way, is 2 years overdue. Let's not overlook that fact. You got this is what's funny sometimes, Griffin. People think that I'm a big shill. I will praise what I love. Okay? I will praise what I love, and I'm not embarrassed about it. But I will also be critical when I think something's garbage. And this Reaver, to me, this is a fail to me. I do not endorse this product. Me personally. I don't.
DJ, they couldn't have an Amalgam 2.0 because they couldn't make it a skin because they archived the refinery, right? Like if they wanted to bring in the new chest for the refinery and whatnot, they had to make a new refinery and base it off of something.
Million ways you could have gotten around that. Okay.
Oh yeah.
There's a million ways you could have gotten around that. Now, let me be clear. I'm not opposed to these mechanics. Okay, I'm not. I understand why players want to create protectable resources. I certainly understand that we want to be able to raid Sigma resources. Okay, I get all this. I have been one of the biggest advocates for Sigma raiding for 2 years. This is not what I had in mind. This is not what I wanted. This does not look good to me. This is not my idea of Sigma raiding. Now, again, I've been told I'm wrong. Even you guys in the chat tonight are telling me, listen, DJ, you're kind of missing it on this. Okay, if that's the case, I am happy for you guys. Okay? If you guys love this, then great. Have at it. I think there's a lot of things wrong here. I mean, and by the way, it does go against my teaching. Somebody says, yeah, but DJ, more is more. You're right. You're right. More is more. I fully understand that. And Guffa, to your point, we are now able to directly acquire Sigma that we could not do yesterday. Totally fine. Totally. I get that. Those are valid points. Valid points. If this is what we waited 3 years for, I'm disappointed. Now, Jules is going to tell me I'm wrong. Jules, why? Tell me what I'm missing. And oops, sorry. Tell me what I'm missing and why. And will this ship come out right before Incursions? Yes, it'll be out Thursday. Incursion starts Saturday. Jules, tell me what it is about this ship that does make mathematical sense.
Well, I mean, some people are just going to want to raid because they want to raid. Some people are going to want to raid people who don't care because they have par walls that are 10 meters high and feel like they're impenetrable. And now all of a sudden their careful resources are up for grabs. So there's just going to be a psychological difference in player interactions. So I think that's one thing. And that's what I'm seeing a lot of people in my alliance who are very active in player versus player interactions. They want to be able to raid someone's Sigma just for the pure fact of raiding their Sigma. They don't really care what they're going to get out of it.
Okay, that's fair too.
That's one perspective.
But players do that already. Players do that already. Look at Jonathan Ingram. He doesn't need traditional resources, or at least he didn't until today. All right, but
you haven't cared, and that's the difference. You may now care, and the fact that you haven't cared isn't really a problem for Jonathan Ingram because he makes great content, but it's for like players that are maybe trolls on servers who will stay unshielded, don't care if they're getting raided while they're actively going out and hitting miners. Well, maybe now they will. Well, that is kind of the mentality that I know and I've seen in some chats from some players being like, oh, I'm so excited to go target this one player with the ship so that I can start stealing their Sigma. Like they don't even care how much they're going to gain in the end, or they're not making the same math that Griffin is and saying how much do I need to upgrade my building, how many hits do I need. They don't care about that. They just want to take this person's Sigma. You know what I
mean? Well, okay. And that
sounds very petty. That sounds like half the people on my server.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. There is nothing wrong with wanting to play this game in a way that's different than other people want to play it. I will always defend that. I've defended that for 7 years. Okay? If somebody wants to go raid somebody and they want to go steal the stuff and they want to go sweep the veil and all this other stuff, fine. Fine.
Ooh, you want to go sweep the veil?
Maybe. Okay. I used to raid for fun. I did. I used to raid a lot for fun. But, Jules, it also gave me utility. When it stopped giving me utility, it no longer served its purpose to me. You know what I'm saying?
Here's the other thing. Here's the other thing that's with this. And I don't think that they actually really showed the cost and the benefit of the converters. But what I think we can safely say is that they're going to be what's better than existing, and they're going to be a duplicate of what's existing. Now, what does that really mean? If you are a player who hadn't been converting before and you have a ton of base resources, or if you're a player who is actively raiding all of the time and just has a ton of the core resources, you now have another option. Remember when they changed this? It's called Sigma Resources a few tabs down. You remember when they added the 30 chest option instead of the 10 chest option?
Yes.
And that was hugely praised by people who had massive stack piles.
Yes, it was.
So what if they double that? Like, I'm honestly asking, what if they say, hey, you see this income you're getting from the conversion, double that by owning a ship? That is exactly where I think a lot of people are seeing value in just the refinery, if you can call it that.
Okay.
Is just the ability to have that. Plus, it goes into tokens, which cannot then be rated back. So there is benefit to this ship that it's outside of its own mechanic. And I think there's two other things that I really enjoy about the ship. One of them is that there is no new loop that I now have to go do. You know what I mean? Like, I don't actually have to go and raid a single thing with this ship. I don't have to go hit a new hostile. I don't have to hit a new Armada. I don't have to go out and challenge myself in any way to continue to fuel this ship's progression. Plus, this is a leak. It has the fastest progression of any specialty ship released in the last 5 years.
What?
Well, that's actually really good to hear. That's actually very, very good to hear. So you're suggesting that this ship is faster than the Junker, faster than the Revenant, and we're going to be tearing it up faster than those ships.
Yes.
Okay.
If you're at the appropriate ops ranks, there is ops logs. And remember, this starts as a G6 ship. So let's just kind of take a look back at recent G6 ships. What are the top ops logs? Well, they're high. So I don't think every player is going to be maxing the ship in months because they won't be at the ops to max it. But everyone will get it to their level relatively quickly as compared to literally every other specialty ship in the last 5 years. And I'm pretty sure there's only one other ship that has grindable parts, and that is why I'm not saying it's ever.
Yeah, well, that's fair. Yeah, we got to go back to the original Franklin days. Taking a look here, we expect that the ops break between G6 and G7 is going to be right here at ops 7. Or tier 7. Makes a lot of sense when you look at the percentage bonuses that change. It goes up by a factor of 10 at tier 8. So this is where we expect it to be. So if you're looking at sourcing this ship as a G6 player, then this is what you're going to be looking at here. Now, Kaviji says, let's talk about the sourcing. Well, the video told us they're going to be sourcing in incursions. They're going to be sourcing in alliance tournaments as well. There, if I'm not mistaken, is one more path towards sourcing as well that hasn't been released yet. But I will actually point this out, and I said this in a meeting earlier today, that I appreciate a multifaceted approach towards sourcing. I like the fact that it has more avenues than just one. All right. That was something we were talking about, well, does it need a second avenue? Yeah, I love a second avenue because what happens in case something happens to the first one, right? So I'm all for a second source or even a 3-source track on sourcing. That's how it's going to come. Do I expect it to still take about 100 days, give or take a little more? Yes, I do. Okay. That is what I think. Jules, do we have definitive math on that? I don't believe that we do yet, other than them saying roughly 100 days.
I mean, I do, but I don't think I can actually say that out loud, so I'm not going to.
Oh, well, you can tell me and I'll say it.
No.
Yeah, go ahead.
No. You're already in enough trouble.
I am not in any trouble. Am I really? All right.
He might be in trouble.
Might be in a little bit of trouble. Here's the thing. I told him even as late as today, I'm not impressed with this ship. All right. I'm just not. I know that there are good things, Guffa, but I wanted rating to be fun again. And this was our shot. This was our shot. And I feel like we missed it.
What is wrong with you?
I don't know. I want to go back and raid and be rewarded for raiding. That's what I want. But that is not the case. The case is indeed fact, though, that it will be good for players. It is going to improve Sigma resource acquisition. And that is the key takeaway. That's probably why I will actually have to engage with this ship, because, hey, I need Sigma. Who doesn't need Sigma? All right. Lord of Chaos says, did I hear grindable parts or am I mishearing? Technically what you're referring to here is that the parts do come in a refinery, but not from a new loop. Okay, the parts come in a refinery, but they're coming in the same refinery that's giving you the extra Sigma steel. All right, let's continue, or Sigma steel and trite and dill for the record. All right, let's continue on with this video.
Allows you to transform par steel, titanium, and lithium.
All right, right here. They didn't show the value, did they? Daggone it. Right here, you can take a look at this video right here. Is this screenshot. This screenshot is from, well, I'm not going to go into it here. It's from a test environment. Everything may change. But here's what it's going to look like. You're going to get some Reaver parts. You're going to get some Sigma tokens for putting in traditional raw resources. Okay. What is Reaver Tritanium? Don't stress about it. It's just the Reaver Tritanium conversion bundle. There's not a separate resource called Reaver Tritanium. Okay, I promise. That would be great. It's only going to work with Tritanium that is rated with the Reaver. I'm kidding. I'm joking. That is fake news. It won't even raid traditional resources. You're going to use the Amalgam for that. Okay? Don't let me get anybody messed up in the head. This will not raid traditional resources. It's a 1-2 punch. Listen, you know what? Strategy here, Kaviji. You know what probably should be happening? If you're going to raid a base, you probably need to take both now. You probably need to take the Reaver and the Amalgam. Might as well. That base that you're raiding, it's got traditional resources and it's got Sigma resources. You might as well raid them both. You need both. Okay? Or choose which one's more important to you at that particular moment. If you need more parts, if you want more savable resources, maybe you actually use the Amalgam more than the Reaver.
Mm-hmm.
This ship, and why, Waffly, I was going to circle back to your point from the very beginning of the show. This is why, truthfully, as far as the mechanic goes, it gets a pass. It gets a pass from all of us. This is not a new mechanic. It's not a new thing. This is an expansion, if you will, but it's basically a tool that actually improves the value of stuff we all already own. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about this in one manner of speaking, kind of like Disco Warp Research. Right? You've got a paid
what
piece
a sore subject that was.
Yeah, you got a paid piece of content that actually makes an older piece of content more valuable. That's probably a good way to describe it. It's not a good way to describe it because I was morally opposed to spending on something that should have been a QOL. But this is not a QOL. This is economy. So it is what it is. But that's what this is. This actually is coming back and circling back on previous content, and that's okay. That's good. Mom Troy says, wait, didn't the video say if you vault Sigma, you'll get traditional resources? Yes, but not through the ship's Reaver ability, which means you're only going to be raiding a few hundred at a time because it'll use traditional cargo. Okay? So, yes, you're right, Mom Troy, but at that point, you're going to switch to the other ship.
Into protected Sigma resource tokens, safely storing your rewards away from future raids. As your Ra'ul Reaver grows stronger, so does your refinery. Each ship upgrade improves conversion efficiency, while also providing the ship parts needed for continued progression. During the month-long launch window, upgrading the Ra'ul Reaver also unlocks exclusive milestone rewards every 2 ship tiers, including Sigma resource tokens, officer shards, peace shields, and with each tier-up gift, those rewards become even more valuable.
Does anybody just hear the magic keywords that we just got in the last 10 seconds of that video? There will indeed be a heroic Kobayashi Maru event for upgrading this ship. Okay, let me say it again.
Oh, good.
During its opening month, you are going to have an upgrade event for this ship that's going to pay extra officer shards, extra resources, and peace shields. Okay? So there you go.
Ready to add the Ra'ul Reaver to your fleet? Blueprints can be earned through the Alliance Tournament Store and Infinite Incursions, while ship parts are acquired through the exclusive Reaver Conversion Refinery. Whether you're strengthening your Sigma economy, preparing for Infinite Incursions, or becoming the ultimate station raider, the Ra'ul Reaver is ready to become an essential part of your fleet. The galaxy is full of untapped riches. The only question is, who's bold enough to take them? Play now and command the Ra'ul Reaver.
I love the fact that it looks like a dragonfly. I mean, honestly, the ship is beautiful. I love the look of the ship. Look at that. Look at that aft right there. That's great.
Oh, man.
I like it.
There's a little sneaky clue if you go back just a couple of seconds. Like I think it's like 225, 223.
Hey, Sammo! What's up, Sammo? Thanks for the raid! Will there be base rating event outside of incursions? Never know. Could happen, might not. I don't know.
For Infinite Incursions.
Okay, hang on. What are we looking for here, Jules?
Or become
the cargo of the ship.
Here we go. Cargo of the ship. This right here is showing cargo at 9,000.
Oh, well, that's significant. For me to poop on.
Doesn't say what tier it is. But just wanted to show that in the video. Test environment may change.
Test environment may change. Okay. For what level ship? Well, that's
quality.
That's 1.8 billion for a minor. It's probably pretty high tier, I'd say. Mohicum says cargo size doesn't really matter, and you're correct. Cargo size doesn't really matter. Okay. Cargo size does not matter. It's all about
more
the
is
Reaver.
more.
It's all about the Reaver ability. Okay. It's all about the Reaver ability. So here, let's see if we can see what
the ultimate.
I want to see if we can see
station raider.
What the cargo was that it got.
The Ra'ul
Oh, we almost got it. Let's look at that frame. It just, we're going to have to go through this frame by frame. Too much. How do I do frame by frame? I need to see a frame.
You click fast.
Slow speed. Okay. We'll try that. I think I see the cargo. Whoa, that sounds terrible. No, I don't think I did. Okay, wait, let's see. It's going to pop up here, right? It's going to pop up here in a second once it's done with its attack. And it should show us, and then we should be able to... Oh, nope, sure didn't.
That's like me in territory capture.
Thank you, Moopsy. Appreciate you being here, buddy. What's up? What's up? How you doing? So there you go.
Who's bold enough to take them?
There you go. The new Sigma Raider, the Ra'ul Reaver, everybody. Just for some reason, I thought it did. And I don't mean pop up like on the screen. I thought once you were done attacking, the ship, the ship utility menu pops up because then you hit the recall button, right? It's kind of what I thought. So I may be thinking incorrectly, but I just always thought, I didn't think I had to click the ship again to recall. I thought I just clicked the recall button. I thought it always popped up. But anywho, so MCO says, I saw somewhere else in the video where it scooped 2.6 million in total. No, nope, that won't. Well, hold on. That could happen.
It's in the video, but but it's actually the Borg cube. If you look at the video, it's a battleship that it's selected. So they just had a different ship selected during that. It did have 2.6 million cargo.
Okay.
But it was a Borg cube.
Well, and I was also going to say, on a test environment, they hold hundreds of quadrillions of resources. So that could have also, look, right here, they're holding 1.4 quadrillion steel or titanium. So it could have very well been something that was atypical. Yeah, because of the. Yeah, that is, by the way, Jules is right there. That's a battleship right there. So that's not even the right one. Look, they have the Borg cube is selected. You can see the little green circle right there. So anyway, listen. Here's the deal. Utility wise, sure. Okay. Is it a refinery ship as we know refinery ships? Absolutely. Is it going to fix Sigma rating? Nah. Nope, it's not. And that breaks my heart because this was the chance to do it. This was the chance to make Sigma rating great, and it's not. But it will increase the Sigma resource economy. And for that, it's hard for me to be fussy, Jules. All right. We all need more Sigma. All right. So I can't complain about doubling the amount of refined Sigma resource that I can get in a day. Can't be fussy about that. But man, we had an opportunity here and we just can't seem. We snatch defeat from the jaws of victory, it feels like. Way too often around here. That's just me. I don't think Jules agrees with me, though. I don't think Jules agrees with me. He's told me I'm wrong on a lot.
I'm not saying that at all. I agree with you on its effect on rating and its actual output of rating Sigma. It's not going to change anyone's gameplay.
Yeah.
Drastically, if that is what you're trying to do, is gain a lot of Sigma through rating. It's just not going to do that.
Yep.
And I agree with you there.
Which is sad. Okay? Which is sad. Cruzito says, yay, there's going to be so much more Jonathan Ingram content. Yeah, and you know what he's going to be rating me with? Not the Reaver. All right? He's not going to raid me with the Reaver. You want to know why he's not going to raid me with the Reaver? Because he's going to get more by raiding my traditional resources.
And feeding the refinery.
And
making Sigma tokens.
Yes. He is going to make more Sigma. He's going to use both. He probably will, but he's going to get paid more.
That's door number 3. He's going to get you both. A, B, A, B, A, B.
What is the new symbol on the shield slot? Let's go back.
That's a fun little interface change.
Yeah. So the new signal right here is the raid state. This was in the patch notes from a couple days ago. I'll pull this up for you. This is basically kind of like an alarm system. They have figured out, where was that? I don't think it was in this article. It was in the previous article. Basically, it's a new symbol that will flash and pulsate and get you to try to draw attention to the fact that you need a shield because you're being attacked. Let me find. Where was that thing? Is that in these patch notes? There was an article on that. Ship abilities, Sigma.
I think you're leaking.
Wait, am I leaking?
I think you're leaky.
No, I'm not. It was in the Incursions blog. Okay, I know I've seen it. There it is. The shield button received enhanced visual cues. Thank you. See, chat. I know sometimes some of the things that I'm talking about. The shield button receives enhanced visual cues to encourage shielding, and the rated timer refreshes with additional raids and persists through game restarts. This is this new rated state. Defenders enter a 20-minute rated state in which disruptive pop-ups are suppressed, allowing you to react more quickly. Now, the funny thing about this, Jules, is that they're referring to their own pop-ups as disruptive. Hey,
disruptive.
Get a clue. Hey, if they're that disruptive, turn them the F off.
I like it.
I will say that we actually have a much larger article that was shared internally regarding this specific thing, and like the amount of enhancements and performance spiking that they're doing to your account to make sure that it is easy for you to then shield was a top priority prior to the ship coming out.
Yeah.
And they did a lot of technical engineering support around this rated state, which I think is actually, it's indicative of like engineering caring about new releases, and that was nice to see, even if I didn't understand all of the actual engineering jargon they were using.
You know, I am gonna, sure, I'll agree with that. I think there's some loaded words there, but has engineering been told to make this interface better and to improve the player experience for those being I mean, okay, let's call a spade a spade. How many of you guys know that you can't throw a shield if you've got a ship in the Veil when you're being raided? That's a stupid problem. Okay, how many of you guys try to throw a shield while you're being attacked and you can't throw one up during an active battle and it causes your client to crash? That cannot happen. Okay, that cannot happen. So for engineering to have been given the directive to, hey, we're going to do an entire feature surrounding rating, you better get your ish together. Okay, I don't. Jules is feeling very generous tonight. Either that or I'm tired and grumpy. That could be it too.
Well, let's just chalk it up to perfect timing.
Yeah, I don't feel that necessarily is praiseworthy. They need to improve the state of rating. Period. However, Jules is right. There has been a ton of attention on this. Okay, there's been an absolute ton of attention on this rated state, and for that, I will be appreciative if it works. Broken Wolf asked a question. I'm going to ask Jules the question first because I know everybody knows what I'm going to say. Broken Wolf says, DJs, you've said in previous streams that they should do away with tokens. How do you feel about this new refinery for converting regular resources to Sigma tokens? Jules, you go first.
I don't care.
Griffin, you go next.
Don't care.
Really?
No, not really.
Okay. Potts, you go next.
I actually think that long term, in the future, 6, 9, 12 months down the line, this combined with a lot of other things, we will see a significant reduction in regular resources, G6 and G7, and you might be able to just regularly raid into the Sigma without the step.
Funny, Juby. Yeah, okay. I see what you're saying, Putz.
Me, Broken Wolf, I don't like it. Okay? I don't like that it's tokens. I do love that it's converting traditional into Sigma. Okay? I do like that. But I don't like that it's in a protected resource. Let me ask a question.
I mean, what do you...
Let me ask this question. For those... Now, this question is not for a G6 player. Let's go up to either upper G6 or truly G7. How many of you guys spend yourselves into tokens every single weekend?
Oh, sure. Every weekend.
Or at least any time that you want to do an upgrade. Right?
Yeah. They're always gone. They're gone every day.
My generators have run more in the last 6 months than they have in the last 7 years combined.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So if I'm converting resources into tokens, there's never going to be anything to raid.
If
I'm spending all of my raw down literally weekly, there's never going to be a super huge bank all of my resources are now going into tokens. So I'm just going to spend down into my tokens, and you're never going to have anything to raid. Alpha Zypher says that's why it's fine. That destroys the raiding mechanic. All right. Now, if you're looking at this ship, this is kind of like what I said with Alliance tournaments, right? If you're looking at it specifically from one angle, which is rewards, then sure, I could see it maybe being worse for some players. If you're looking at the Reaver from the angle of raiding, it's terrible. However, with the economy that it's going to provide, it is likely going to be fantastic because of the amount of Sigma injection that we're going to see. All right. But no, this did not need a raiding ship and all of this raiding stuff and all this smoke and mirrors about raiding Sigma. There is nothing at all about this that focuses on Sigma raiding. It's garbage with regards to Sigma rating, which is why it should have never been a ship. Okay? It should have been something completely different. This, as a ship, is 100% worthless. Worthless as a ship. As a refinery, as a station refinery, as a mechanic, it's great. But come on, Guffey, you're going to tell me that this ship actually is good for Sigma rating somehow?
Only in the fact that it actually allows for a small modicum amount of Sigma rating. But I'm with you. You're exactly right. I wish you were on that meeting because I would have had your back 100%. I think that this is not even a good enough first taste. I think that they should have and need to go so much further with what the capabilities of this kind of a feature are. I'm like, I'm not to get off topic, but how do I steal your artifacts? How do I kidnap your officer?
Well, hey, if things became a lot cheaper in this game and it didn't destroy, if you didn't lose thousands of dollars to lose an officer, yeah, I think officers should perish.
Imagine waking up one day, you didn't have your shields on, and I kidnapped Joaquin.
Yeah, I mean,
he's just gone.
I think things like that. Yeah, being able to raid materials, raiding lat, like all this other stuff. These things, but yeah, that'll never happen in this game. And yes. Sugar Red, it does raid Sigma. Yes, I know that it gives you more than it did yesterday. Do I think this solves the hunger for Sigma rating? No, it does not. Okay. Cruzito said this is a horrible rating mechanic, and I agree. This is not. This is smoke and mirrors is what this is. Okay. It's smoke and mirrors. There's nothing about this that we should be celebrating with regards to rating. But you're right, Guffa. I am peering down amongst all the plebeians from my ivory tower. So, there it is. But here's the problem, Stradalorian. You know what? Stradalorian says vote with your wallet. Here's the problem. Economy-wise, it's a no-brainer. Honestly, it's a no-brainer. Okay? I guess, am I being a bitch, Guffa? Am I being a whiny bitch right now? Because honestly, economy-wise, Jules, it's a no-brainer. You say vote with your wallet, but the economy impacts of this ship are fantastic. But the ship itself is garbage. I don't know. I'm being a whiny butt. Jules, does it make sense? Am I communicating myself clearly, or am I just being a jerk?
I'm not clear what you're trying to say.
Hey, DJ, what if it was a building? What if it was a building?
What if it What if it was a building? Yeah, it doesn't deserve to be a ship.
Okay, I mean, just treat it like a building. Treat it like a building that's in your
flying building.
No, by the way, Sam, I'm not. I just want to be able to raid it. Right? I just want to be able to raid it. I'm not whining. I'm not complaining about having to work for the resources. We already do that. I just want to be able to raid it. I want to be able to raid it like the good old days.
I could not agree with you more. You're exactly right.
Alpha Zypher says, too bad. Well, you know what? Hey, you guys, this is what it is. It is too bad for me. This is how it happened. You know, so I'm you know, like I said at the very beginning, I'm just throwing out my opinion. I think it's not great, but you guys, a lot of you guys, have told me why I'm wrong. And you know what? Scopely needs a win. Scopely needs a win. If you guys think that this Reaver is fantastic, then I hope you buy it in droves. I hope you buy it in droves. I hope you guys spend gobs of money on this thing, because for the love of Pete, Scopely needs to develop some product that players are willing and happy to invest in. Okay? So they do. I've said that a million times. I want them to make gobsmacks of money. All right? So because if they do, that means we've got happy players. And so if players want to go and spend gobsmacks of money on this thing, then I'm ultimately happy. It does, in fact, actually prove that my gameplay is not relevant to a majority of today's players. And you guys can clip me on that. All right? I'm admitting it right here. This proves that my preferred style of gameplay does not line up with the general population. I'll always represent you guys. I always have. But clearly, I play the game different. And
so you're saying that you're out of touch with the player base?
I must be from up here in the Ivory Tower, obviously.
The Ivory Tower. But he said the same thing about me on the phone the other day. He said, Griffin, you're just too out of touch with the player base. I'm like, get eviscerated. What are you even talking about? Which player base?
Apparently all of them. But here's the thing. That's okay. That's okay. Because we have such an amazing, wonderful team. We've got Jules Verne, we got Putz, we got Karkin, we got Tarpey, we got Destro. We got such an amazing, wonderful team that can keep us grounded into reality.
Who them, Guffa? Who should we ask what they think?
I think we should ask them what they think. Who?
Pronouns, pal. Damn it.
The community. The community says I'm wrong. The community says I'm wrong. Look, Alpha Zypher's been very outspoken. Shiz, even very outspoken. It's crazy that Shiz is one of the grumpiest people I know, but even he likes the refinery aspect of this. So, look, somebody else, who was it, earlier said, this was actually a really funny line, says, I am usually one of Scopely's biggest critics, but even I think that this is, I think, was it Canon? Even I think that this is a good product. This is a good launch. So, I am.
Well, we'll see what you think after you use it at tier 2.
I am happy to be wrong on this. Goblin King says I'm delusional. Okay. All right.
Well,
but then again, that's
yes,
right.
But not for that reason.
Then again, I am a dirty casual. That is true. All right.
Dirty casual.
Jason V-Nex says, if it makes me smile, it's a win. And I hope it makes you smile. I hope that you love it. Doss says, anyone who doesn't like rating absolutely loves this. Well, then it's time to interpret the data as you will. I think, Doss, I think you're exactly right, to be honest with you. And you know what? Yeah, it's a yell at the clouds moment for me, Griffin, because it's
we need more mats and resources. Our game requires it's a very hungry station.
Riskbreaker
it requires more. We need more.
Living in the past, you boomer. I guess.
Oh God.
I guess.
Here we go.
I remember the days of mining with a horizon, and I loved it. But I guess those days are gone. So,
well, are we gonna wrap this? Are we gonna wrap this up? Because I gotta tear the studio down and pack it.
I also need to tear the studio down and pack. All right. Was there any science that you guys wanted to get into tonight? We kind of got into Arc Preview, which almost ended up being a podcast, which I didn't mean to do. I actually wanted just to play the game tonight, and then Arc Preview came. That wasn't supposed to happen. That was not planned for today.
Well, one thing that I can tell you that I am impressed with is what these new officers are doing. We do have an event today, DJs. If you pop into the events window,
I'll pop over to your screen
this is something that's being run with regularity now, which is this nice little sector strike where you have to go into and defeat these quantum hostiles and quantum tesseracts. And what I enjoy about the new officers, which have been released into the game this month, is that they do make that task in particular a lot easier. Whether or not they're very effective on the super hard armadas, we don't know yet. But I do see significant benefits of putting them on a first ship or even a second ship and doing well on that leaderboard or that milestone. Have you played around with that?
Nope.
No.
No, hang on. I do want to.
Never mind.
Well, I was going through chat and I'm trying to read. I'm still getting yelled at for yelling at clouds. Cruzito asked the question: how much Sigma to upgrade the ship since it is G6 to get back to get back from the refinery? How much Sigma to upgrade the ship? I don't.
Oh yeah, that calculation. Jules knows, I'm sure.
Yeah, we'll have to share that with you a little bit closer to launch. I don't think we're definitely not authorized to share that right up front. Let me come back into the game and take a look at these events that Griffin was talking about here, because I did actually just want to play a little bit today. So, which one were you looking at, buddy?
The one where you kill the new hostiles and territory capture.
That would be sector.
It is called
Sector Strike.
Sector Smash. Sector Squash.
Strike. Yeah. Are you? Guffa wants to know if you're going to try the 75 with the new Spocks.
Well, I can't because freaking Nemesis is being a Nemesis.
Nemesis, can we come in and do an Armada? I mean, I'm not on your server, so I can't do anything about it. But can they run? So we really want to try 75, but I don't have the power to do it because I'm a dirty casual. But Griffin has the Spocks, and we wanted to see what it would do on a 75. Keith says no.
Go in close with all your ships and just do it.
No, he's going to extend his war for his teammates.
Well, this is where look at my map. This is where I've run into trouble. I thought that Nemesis and I were cool enough to pull this off, but here's the team that we're at war with, SWAT. Okay. They're at war with us. We're not really at war with them. And they switched territories down here with the unknown, which is what Nemesis is in.
Okay.
And now I'm not at war with them. So now I go in there and I hit that Armada. What's going to happen there? Well, I'm going to be at war with two alliances.
Well, but no, Nemesis is your alliance friends, right? They're friendlies. So you should be okay.
See that I can't. Isn't he an unknown?
I think
no, he's in Miss. No, he's not. He's not an unknown.
Do it.
Who do I know who's in unknown?
I think you should just do it.
Oh, well, that's you see, you got me.
Candid Onion is in Coda right now. Well, Candid Onion, of course, is going to invite us right in. Of course, Candid Onion is going to invite us in.
Candid Onion, can we come in?
Candid Onion is obviously going to invite us in. You know what? Let's load up some Spocks, baby. Let's go. If I don't open it, then later I can claim ignorance, right? It's fine. We don't have to worry about anything. Listen, Candid Onion's here. Candid Onion's going to be fine.
All I need to do is pop open my little amalgam here and cloak it, and then go into the system.
No. Well, yeah, you could do that. That'd be fine. You could do that. But what you do need to do is get the big warship, the big old warship, okay? And start the Armada, and then you're going to have to time your warp.
No, Philly. Good Griffin. Good Griffin, Philly.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Look, Dr. Juby gave us permission, Candid Onion. Look right there. Dr. Juby gave us permission. Everything should be fine. Okay? Everything should be completely fine here. Everything should be fine. Nemesis says, please just don't fart on anybody's base. I agree.
I'm not going to fart on anybody's base.
Very polite. I agree with that advice, actually, Nemesis. Don't do that. All right? You take your shoes off at the door. Let's be a polite house guest. Okay? Obviously.
I'll leave it cleaner than we found it, obviously.
That's what we should do. Okay. We're loading up the Spocks. Here we go.
I feel like we should probably put the Cochrane on there, right?
No, we want to run full Spocks.
Griffin's going to go and steal all their dirt.
Spocks.
Stealing our dirt.
I do. I have full Spocks on top, but I'm saying it below deck. Are you even looking at my screen? Don't I want this?
You want as much damage. You want all the damage. You want all the damage you want. Okay. Philly says, "Oh boy, we're going to have another KOS." No, Dr. Juby said it was okay. Dr. Juby said it was fine. Don't worry about it. Okay?
Dr. Juby is not in our server.
Dr. Juby said it was fine. Everything is great. Okay.
Well, he's a doctor, so we should listen to Dr. Juby.
He is a doctor. Okay.
Who else am I putting below deck?
All right.
Not that.
Yeah, take Hugh off. Hugh doesn't work. If you want crit build, you can put Vielle in there, but I don't know if that's necessary. You definitely want Balana. You want Pick Hugh. That's good. You do want Harry Kim. That's fine. You want Ilea. That's great. What is Strike Black Ops Chapel do?
No, I just accidentally clicked her. She's not going to work.
This is fine. This is fine.
I don't want 500% whole health, right?
This is fine.
Okay, yeah, this is all good. So here, let's go with Uhura. Let's go with Uhura. Go look at Uhura. All right. Hang on, Shiz. Yeah, we're gonna double check. I want to make sure she's non-Armada. So scratch Uhura. Go with Mara Dalen. That's who I was thinking of. Mara Dalen. She's Armadas, right? There you go. She's Armadas. Yep. So we'll throw her up there. Double check Ilea. I thought Shiz is saying she's not Armadas. Yep, she's not Armadas. Got to pull her down. Yep,
it's
pull her
only
down.
Outpost. Yep, we don't need her.
So we'll pull her down, and you've already got Zephram Cochrane up there. Where's your first contact movie data? Oh, never mind. He's a captain.
He's here.
No, he's a captain. He doesn't have a below deck, so forget about that. You've got Mara. Okay, good. No, I think you want more damage. I think you want more damage output. Does Savick do Armadas, or is she just hostiles? E. Troy. Yeah, let's go E. Troy. Now, listen,
no,
Silosh.
What about Quasi? Look at Quasi.
Apex Shred against non-Armada hostiles. Yeah, non-Armada. So, now listen, the chat is calling for burning. Here's the thing. I personally, I like more damage more than I do burning. However, we are talking a potential up to 20%. This is only 20 rounds, but it is potentially 20%. Although with Griffin's ships, I think he's going to do more than 1% with damage. Okay, so I really think you go Troy here. E. Troy.
Okay.
I think you go. Although, you know what? Shiz is right. He's pointing out, listen, if you do burning, then you're getting more isolytic. Yeah, but man, it's critical. Don't smack me, Vic. I like criticals. Me personally, I like E. Troy here.
I like criticals too.
I like.
Now we gotta talk about this Forbidden Tech because there's the Armada boost on one of these guys, right?
All right. What do you got here? Let's take a look.
Is it the Berserker? I want this, don't I?
Hang on. Mimi's pointing out, which you're right. Cat Spock, flipping over and taking a look. Cat Spock with the officer ability. Yeah, you're right. Flipping over here. Cat Spock is increasing weapons base critical damage by 6,000%. So yes, E. Troy is negligible. We're going to pull E. Troy off. Now I guess maybe you do go burning, right? Yeah, just throw Neelix under there, man.
The morale officer?
Yeah, throw the morale officer.
I still Cameron wants to make a splash on our 60 Minutes interview. He should announce that he is flipping the cards of Harry Kim and Neelix by popular opinion and making Neelix I did the wrong one.
Would that actually break
the morale
anything?
Officer?
Jules, would that break anything?
They should literally just switch the names and the faces. Boom. Make him the morale officer. God damn it. Justice for Neelix.
Jesus.
I mean, you want to say that you mean business. That's how you say, I mean, you know what? I'm gonna it's like Quantum Leap. We're gonna put right what once went wrong, and we're gonna make Neelix the morale officer, damn it.
I mean, I'm here for it.
I am too. That's my big point. I don't want to talk about anything on Thursday morning. That's my one point. You can have the rest. I'm going to talk him into this.
Kim gets demoted again? Or Kim?
Kim.
Red alert.
Yeah.
Red
He's
alert.
out.
Intruder.
Oh, come on, Cruzito.
Griffin is coming in and trying to raid.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
All hands on decks.
No, he's not.
All ship KOS.
No. We have permission. Everything is completely fine. Okay, let's take a look.
We're still waiting to hear. We're waiting to hear what happened to Candid Onion.
Candid Onion said everything was fine. Don't worry about it. It's way up in the chat.
No, I did not see him.
It was way up in the chat. It was way up in the chat.
Okay, I'm scrolling.
What? Candid Onion?
Very candid about it.
Candid Onion says no permission.
No permission? What are we doing here?
Your server sucks.
It's for science. It's literally for the good of the entire player base. 250,000 people.
Candid Onion. What? Oh.
And you think that my Admiral Sean is the problem causer? What about now? I mean, come on.
This is
all we want to do is check out how an Armada works for the show. Do you think I need the benefits of the resources that I will gain from beating this Armada, which we won't beat in the first place? Like, what is literally in it for me for you to say no to? Why don't you all pull up a front row seat, a chair, around the water and watch us all explode? Because that's what's going to happen.
And just kill everything. Okay? Drop tags, kill everything. It's time for you to be a rogue.
Okay, you know what? I've been thinking about that for months. It might be time for me to be a rogue.
Might be time. Just drop tags.
It might be time
and kill everything.
for me to be the least popular person in the entire server, and probably the Veil too. Can you? They're literally going to say no. Just reach out to Solo. Solo already told you no.
You serious?
Well,
right?
You know what? I would love to show you guys. I would love to show you guys the Spocks, but there's no point in running them on a 70.
Night Diver, not only can I not run Armadas in other people's territory, last week I simply went into their territory,
In fairness,
cloaked.
You farted on
and
their
they
base.
clipped it.
You farted on them. Okay. And
I accidentally threw a hailing frequency out. Ooh.
You farted
How much
on
damage was caused? None.
It smelled after you left.
And that has caused a KOS war because I was cloaked in somebody's territory for a week and a half now. It's been KOS.
Okay, here's what we're going to do.
Exactly.
We're going to try to simulate this. We're going to go to my screen. We're going to try to run the Spocks with a smaller ship. That's the only thing that we can possibly do here. Flying Mantis, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome in. Welcome in, Flying Mantis. Appreciate you being here. Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait. Canon says Solo just wants to talk to me first. So I will call that Admiral up and I'll see what's going on.
Okay, you go call up the Admiral. Here we go. I am going to try a smaller ship, and we'll see. 5-7. Just relax. We're all having a good time here. This is all hyped up for dramatics and entertainment. It's not a big deal. We all are friends. We're all friends. Everything's fine. All right, we're gonna try to run. We're gonna try to run the Spocks here. Okay. Let's see. Here we go. All right. So Cat Spock goes into captain's chair, right? No, female Spock goes into captain's chair. Female Spock goes into captain's chair, and then we've got the Spocks on either side. Below deck, we're going to do the exact same thing. Lots of weird plastic hand slaps right there. That's good. I'm not sure the Spocks are going to be as effective on a Mayflower. Well, we're going to give it a shot. All right.
Mayflower.
Now, which Spock is on first? Who? No.
What?
Why? What is on third? Who?
No. Who's on third?
No. Who? Wait. Well, then who's on second?
Why?
Why is who on second?
Why is the shortstop?
What?
By the way, congratulations to Balabom. Is Balabom here right now? Balabom, congratulations. Balabom rolled the galaxy's first Spock Yahtzee on Ultravetica's show the other day. Hey, Ultra, how many Spock Yahtzee rolls actually ran? Like, you've been running this game for an entire month now. Have you actually gone through and looked at the logs? How many Spock Yahtzee rolls were there before he finally won? 2,100. 2,100. Griffin.
What?
Fix your
Hold
face.
on, I'm talking to the Solo. I'm talking to the Solo.
All right.
What?
No. So 2,100 Spock Yahtzee rolls. Balabom was the winner, and he won a free sub to Ultra's channel for the entire month. But he also won a $100 pack. Spock Yahtzee has better audit logs than Fleet Command, which is in fact true. That Ultra
might be true.
Ultra said it was 100. It was 2,100 during the 24-hour stream. What's it been for the entire month? Ooh, Humpy Turtle. Boop.
Ew.
Boop. Humpy
I thought
Turtle
that was on
here.
you. Get that
Thank
turtle
you,
away from me. What
Moopsy.
kind of stream is this?
Moopsy gave you a Humpy Turtle. Why are you giving me the Humpy Turtle? Come on. Thank you for that, by the way. Appreciate you so very much. Guys, 300 bits away from a sticker party. Listen, while you're here, I'm just going to go ahead and point out that we do have a bingo, a potential bingo Seth, for three sticker
that's on
parties.
top of my head now.
3 sticker parties.
I think I foo-bought this.
Thank you for the unicorn farts. Nemesis, thank you very much for the foobar. Appreciate that. You're 100 sticker bits away from your first sticker party. If we get to 3 sticker parties tonight, then
Okay, Griffin.
Wow,
I
they're
just
all over.
spoke to Beck, and she has given super double awesome permission.
Super double awesome.
You both giving you permission, which vetoes the Admiral's vote.
Super double awesome permission.
I got you. Send me free swag.
There it is. Okay, there's your first one. Oh, there's Beck.
Hi, guys. It is I, the Beck. Dr. Juby is correct. I grant thee permission to do the 75 Armada. If anyone KOSs you, then I will ban them. Unless they're G7, we need to players/money. Anyways, late y'all, I'm off to do Valley stuff.
Valley stuff. The Beck.
Valley stuff.
There you go. Thank you. Lizard. All right, there's your first sticker party of the night. Guys, there's your first one, and Seth is here, which means multiple sticker parties are a very realistic possibility. A bingo square is up for grabs tonight. Meanwhile, I'm going to load the Spocks. What ship am I using? You want me to use a Velox?
I think I foo-bought this.
All right. My Velox is only tier 9. Is that okay? That seems... You're not going to use a Mayflower, Jules, against the 63s. We need to use a G6 ship. I got a tier 9 Velox. Is that appropriate-ish? Is that appropriate-ish? Are we going to go with that? Thank you guys for the sticker party, by the way. Doss says, Jules, I'm farting on your vengeance in honor of Griffin. Thank you.
Perfect.
That's good stuff. Let's see. Okay. Boom. Okay. Now, we're going to load up. Okay, you guys are fine with the Velox? Mimi says yes. Tier 9 Velox is acceptable. All right, so we got 5 below deck slots. We're going to run not Uhura. We just realized we're going to pull her down. We are going to run Mara Dalen, which is shield repair. Holt, no, that's shield.
This is a humping turtle orgy, the likes of which I have never seen before.
There are a lot of humping turtles here. Okay. Enterprise says if you really want to fly a Mayflower, load it up in Star Trek Online. They just released the ship in the game today. Well,
which one? The Griffin? Someone said there's a Griffin ship coming out this year.
A Griffin ship? It's crazy.
Yeah, that's what I read that in chat earlier. I thought.
Okay. Let's see. We're gonna run.
What's the name of the stupid Armada?
Don't open it, then later I can claim ignorance, right? And who else are we gonna run? You guys were suggesting. Hey, me, Jacques. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it very much. We're gonna run. Who did we decide to run? I guess Burning, right? Hold on. I feel like there's somebody else that we could run here. That's non-Armada. McCoy, he's non. Ooh, on combat start against Armadas. Do we need mitigation? Let's remind ourselves of what this stuff is. Cascade damage. Isolatic defense, so you don't need rock'em sock'em jock'em. You know, we could go for a little bit. We could go for a little bit of mitigation there. I mean, he's good. We could also go with Viel for some extra crit chance. Okay.
I'm going to be honest with you, DJs. I don't think that Ambassador Spock is the best use. The isolating defense does.
You're breaking up on me a little bit. Come back. Come back.
I lost there. Come back. I was saying the isolating defense that you gain from the ship doesn't really help very much. As much as like maybe increasing your offense. So something like Josh Tolra is going to give you more shots against that, which is going to amplify the other two abilities, which are damage based. So you're going to kill it faster and you're going to take less damage. So that's why I don't love Ambassador Spock, except I haven't done the 75 math to see if you can even survive long enough. So you may need Ambassador Spock for those reasons.
All right, so let's try Day Josh. Where are you at? Oh, never mind. Sorry, I always forget about this. All right, Day Josh on the side. And the reason we're doing that is for extra shots, which is then going to amplify the damage right here, the extra isolated cascade, and Cat Spock's extra critical damage. All right, so extra shots right there is going to amplify all that up. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We are going to run against a 70. And Thad, are you in chat? We need only G6 rares. How do we do this? I really don't want a bunch of G6 rares because I know we'll cream it. What do you think we should run here, Thad? A bunch of G6 uncommons? Try to solo it? You want me to solo it? All right.
And that might work.
I don't know about that. I don't know if I'm going to solo it.
All right, I'm going to bounce. I'm going to call my Admiral and see if he's okay with me leaving my alliance to join the other alliance to run the Armada. And if it's okay, then I'll come back.
Okay, we'll see you in a little bit. I'm going to just
Can you believe that?
drink my ghost.
This is what we're dealing with here. And if not, we'll see you guys at Comic-Con. Have a wonderful evening.
You know what? Just go ahead. You know what? Don't even worry about it tonight. Let's get the studio packed. It is almost midnight anyway. I need to pack the studio too. Don't you have to be at the airport?
Jimmy, it's not that the server sucks. I'm telling you, it's just I don't want to bore you guys. It's just that when you get two servers that merge and they have very different ways of doing things, it causes a lot of spite. And then when you have strong personalities in charge of other alliances, you know, that's double spite. So it is what it is.
Don't you have to be at the airport at like 6 a.m.?
No, 5:30.
Yeah, you should probably just go. Just go ahead and go. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
All right. Well,
I love you, buddy.
Still.
I love you, buddy.
Sure.
We'll see you at the airport in a few hours. I'll see you in LA, literally in like 18 hours.
Less than a day.
Yeah. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right. Well,
see you tomorrow evening, buddy.
See you guys soon. Get eviscerated, everybody. Bye.
Wow. All right. So we're going to try to run the 70. Oh, that's a 65. All right. Let's try to find a 70 here. And we'll give it a go. Should be in here. There we go. All right. Oops, wrong button.
You know, it'd be a good test if you got them to give me the Spock and everything, Cat Spock, and then I could do the test from a much lower level, and you could really see, outshow how good they are.
Yeah, that's true. All right, Mimi says we should try to actually solo this. I am sitting on a small stack of directives, so we can run a couple. All right, we'll run a couple. I'll try to run this one as a solo. Let's see how we do, and then we'll take a look at the logs. And then we'll see, Karkin, what we need to do as a team from there on out. Here we go. 30 seconds are on the clock. 30 seconds on the clock. Just says if you can solo this with a Vlogs, this will make sourcing even more important. All right, well, let's find out. Here we go. 5 seconds away.
Because they're soloing it, Spock might have made a bigger difference than the Josh at this moment.
Not even close. All right, not even close. Now, why a Vlogs prime time? Because we were trying to test the effectiveness of the Spocks, and I can solo with a vengeance. I can solo with Loot Crew the 70. So I'm trying to simulate a lower ops level. We went 11 rounds. A Max Cube can't solo a 70. I can solo a 70. All right, let's export the log. Spocks. All right, let's pull it in. Let's pull it into STFC.phd. Again, super huge shout out. This tool is the bee's knees. Rocks my socks off. All right, here we go. Here's the Spocks. The Spocks Armada. Crit chance. 62.5%. So I needed Vial. Although, again, I don't think it would have made that much of a difference. I didn't even drop shields. I didn't even drop the shields. Killer Angel, that's what. How does an Op 72 simulate a G6 experience? We try to use smaller ships. Okay, that's what I'm saying. And by the way, there's still the assumption, the recognition that I've got extra research, et cetera, but we can still try to do it with a smaller ship. Okay. So, we got 152 shots out. Killer Angel, I know, but if we get a baseline point, I'm not saying it's going to be the exact same thing. I'm not under that delusion. But if we are able to see a tangible difference, like if I ran this again with a traditional Armada crew and we killed the level 70, then that shows the effectiveness of the of the Spocks as not being that great. However, we're operating under the assumption that the Spocks are supposed to be amazing. So we're trying to find a position in which we can prove that they're great or not. But like I said, my vengeance can Loot Crew one, so I'm trying to use a smaller ship. So, Ramscoop says the Spocks are a gimmick. Well, not everybody thinks so, but not everybody has them all out yet. I mean, if you look at the damage, you look at their abilities, I mean, they don't look like they're jokes. Okay? We're talking isolytic damage. And that's cascade, by the way. That's 1,000% cascade damage. Yeah. That's cascade, 1,000%. So, I mean, that's big. And then you look at Cat Spock, which is extra critical damage by 6,000%. So you got hull breach down below, and you got 100% crits. That's even bigger. I'm kind of wondering if we did need Vial, because we only got a 62% crit chance. Well, not only that, Tony says never forget ISO and Cascade support each other, but not only that, honestly, so does crit damage. Supports that as well. Crit damage supports that as well. They're going to be the end game for the 75 epics, but I kind of wanted to see if there was a way. What was our non-crit versus crit damage? Let's come down here to offensive. Here we go. Oh, wait.
You can also see how much isolytic you did or did not mitigate.
Yeah, I don't know if we don't see the sum damage of total. Maybe it's over here. Yeah, I don't see it. I don't have any anomalies, sadly, Cruzito. I got none. None of my entire alliance has any anomalies. Everybody else has them. Look at that. We don't have any. I'm looking for actual damage output, but I'm not seeing the separation. It's going to be here. It shows. Oh, here we go. That still doesn't show me my full numbers. Right by the ship name, damage dealt. Yeah, no, what he wanted to see was how much damage was standard and then how much was critical. I think is what we were looking at. It shows isolytic, but we wanted to see what the breakdown in shots were. But that's okay. That's okay. I think even if you had 100% crits, you still don't take this thing out. Not with the V-Locks. All right, Thad, let's crew up. Let's bring a team of G6 uncommons, please. If people have them. If people have them, let's bring it. Let's bring like 4 or 5 G6 uncommons. Bring loot crew. Can you bet mice? Do what, Karkin?
2 billion Kusan Peck reach an uncommon G6 level? No.
Yeah. We're in Origin space. Hey, by the way, let's not use G6 uncommon, Sugar Red. We're going to run a team, right? Should we? Let's run with G5s. Like, oh, I tell you what.
No, that's silly. Don't do that.
Well, here's what I'm thinking. We have been talking about how to get some G5 players, some loot, right? Sugar Red says delirious. I mean, dude, you don't think? Sugar Red says nonsense. Okay. What do you think? You think G6? I think G6 uncommons. A team. 5 G6 uncommons. I think this stuff. I think we kill it. See, look, even Divine says
That's
run with
messed
G5
up.
epics. Sugar Red, what do you want to run here? What do you think is a challenging test? A challenging test. G5 epics or G6 uncommons? What is a more realistic test for a team?
And would they all have to have these Spock characters you're referring?
No, not very many people have the Spocks. Who's the officer that speeds your parent? Naga Delvos. Sugar Red says, run the epics for the lulz. All right, G5 epics, Thad. G5 epics, here we go. G5 epics, all right. All right, G5 epics. All right. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I give you the wrong one? Okay, Nagas for cost. Yeah. Girali if you want speed. Thank you, Shiz. Sorry about that. All right. I'm going to try this. What hell with it? We got directives to blow. Let's give it a shot. See what happens. All right. Thad, G5 epics and down. Or G5 epics. G5 epics. Shut up, dude. You were grumpy today, man. You were. Someone pissed in your Wheaties this morning. Oh. All right, Karkin's in. Thad's coming. Who else we got coming, Thad?
Just wait to see if anybody left a hole, and then or just wait. Well, mine's just a rare. I don't have an epic yet.
Karkin, what do you have there? A
Kusanpek.
Why are you outside of the circle?
Wasn't sure I was okay. I'm coming.
Oh, Karkin thought we were going to kick him out.
You were specific. You said epics. I was just, covering, making sure.
Whatever. I mean, here's the thing, Caledon. There's two real distinct differences here. It sucks for rating. It's going to be great for your account development. That's why I'm so kind of aggravated about the whole vote with your wallet thing, because honestly, it provides a great amount of value to your account and to the economy for the refinery. But as a mechanic, it sucks. But I mean, you want to double your amount of Sigma steel income on the daily? Yeah, I do. I want double Sigma steel every day. Sure. I'll take that. All right, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 6 in. AJ's coming in to swoop for the kill. There he is. AJ. All right. We got 6 in. Are we going to run it? Oh, there comes Ladybug. All right. We've got 7. Pixelate says I have 1.5 billion Sigma steel. Bro, I need some. Okay. We got 7 in. I have no idea what this is going to run like. It's too late to do a mice poll. Sorry, I forgot about it. Here we go. See what happens. Well, this is not the soundtrack I wanted. Give me something good. Okay. 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 That didn't go well. Now, here's the Aries. No. Hang on. Aries, I'm going to give you a baseline. Watch this. I'm going to give you a baseline, Aries. We're going to go Vengeance, tier 9. We're going to go full loot crew. Okay, watch this. Because I wanted to see how low we could get our newbie players in. All right, you don't need 80s to kill this thing. Watch this. Well, in the meantime, we'll look at the rounds on the last one. Rounds on the last one. 8 rounds. Killed us quick. But I can solo loot crew with a vengeance. It was supposed to be me anchoring with a bunch of low levels playing backup. I don't think it would have mattered, to be honest with you. Would it have? Even the V-Locks, I don't think it would have gotten it. There we go. Killed that one. Easy peasy. Look here. So, no, you don't need 80s. That's what I'm saying. It's such a vast difference. Wow. Wow. Barely. Barely. Almost lost it there. But yes, the damage difference is miles. Miles. Did I have my fleet commander set to Armadas? Probably not. Where is he? Oh, I did. A max cube might not have gotten it because of the round limit. Yeah. Hey, Griffin, you remember this guy? This guy. How am I not maxed? I'm maxed on the stuff that matters. I don't care about this other stuff. I mean, I could be spending more stuff. I haven't. I probably should keep working on that one, but hey. It is a lot of Cascade, Corian. And that's why I say I really wanted to find a scenario in which we could show off the Spocks, but we haven't found it. And I think it'll make a huge difference with a team of them. All right, let's try this, Thad. Let's go back to the same thing that we just all ran. I'm going to go back to the V-Locks with the Spocks. We're going to run DJz, like Jules said. So we're going to run a V-Locks. We're going to try to anchor. We're going to go with that. Should I go with the V-Locks or should I go with the G6 Epic? Let's go G6 Epic. I'm going to try to be the anchor, right? All right, let's try this. We're going to run the Spocks. All right, let's try this again, Thad. Karkin, come on, baby. I'm going to run a G6 Epic. What do we want the rest of the team to run? G6. Yeah, G6 epics. A team of G6 epics. I don't know. That's all op 70s. I wanna get something lower. All right. Solo it? I don't think a G6 epic is gonna solo it, dude. There's no way. Well, no, there is a way. It's possible, isn't it? All right, let's see what we got here. Does anybody have the slipstream? And Bill, is it possible that we can get a Vindicator in here to use the taunt ability? Let's try a couple of fun little things. Did they fix this? They sure did. Okay, that's cool. That wasn't working the other day. All right, fantastic. I'm going to speed this up. But Thad, let's run all G6 epics on the next one. Whoa, where you going, Bill? Bill! Bill left
I think
us.
he was going to get a Vindicator.
You going to get the Vindicator? Okay. That was Bill. Thad, come back with a G6 epic or a big cube. All right, here comes Bill with the taunt, and we're going to wait for Thad to hop in with hopefully a G6 epic. Or a cube. Where you at, Thad? Thad, where are you, Thad? Does somebody have slipstream? We do need somebody with a slipstream. Hopefully. Anybody got it? Where's Thad? Did Thad ever come back? That never came back. Is it only 5 minutes till reset? I've got to break down the studio. I got a flight to catch. Yeah, come on, Naz. Come on. You got to be in 40 seconds. Nas. All right. Well, we're gonna run this with 5. This is probably not going to go well. All right, Bill, run your taunt. Let's see what happens. We'll give it a go. See what happens here. Don't forget a shield before I log off tonight. What do you need those for? Who needs shields? Cottontail says it's going to be a 12-round kill. I hope so. That'd be great. No, we're dead. Oh! Got it. Okay. That made a huge difference. All right, we're going to look at that battle log in a second, but I got 90 seconds to get back. All right, let's go, everybody. Repair up. Ooh. Who thought I was going to blow up? Burton says, I would have been very embarrassed if you lost that. Why? We obviously just blew up on other stuff a minute ago. Let's take a look. We actually did pretty good. 4 rounds? Okay. Now, what did we do on the last one where we all died? I ran a G5 epic, but then I bumped up to a G6 epic. Okay.
Bull's asking what he should bring.
A board cube. It's too late, though. All right. So we need a smaller G6 epic. I can run another one. My scimitar is only tier 13. All right, we got that. So I think I can run like one more. I can run 2 more. So what do we want to scale down to now? Do we want to try a smaller G6 epic? We already tried a G6 Velox and did not do well, right? Oh, no, we didn't try a Velox as the leader of the pack. Maybe we should try that. Mimi says go back to the Velox. All right. Let's go back to the Velox. Tier 9. We got the Spocks. All right. Let's try a Velox. Everybody else come with the same stuff that you did. We got 2 left. Kaviji says bring the Vindy and tank it. So Bill, let's try with what we've been doing. Let's run Vindicator and run Taunt. I don't know here, man. I mean, the rest of the party died. Still only went 4 rounds, though. Yeah, you know what? I like this test. I like the Velox test. I wonder how long the Vindy survived there. It was still alive in round 2. So that how does taunt? Well, no, right here, Karkin took damage. Does taunt only work for 1 round? Karkin took damage here. Did we
It lasts 20 rounds.
Okay, there's a problem. We didn't taunt the Vindy. Bill! We got to taunt the Vindy. Wait, that wasn't Bill. Wait, is it Bill? I thought Bill was driving.
Bill was destroyed in the first round.
No, Bill's flying a Velox. Who brought the Vindicator?
He's taunt is on cooldown, so he's.
Also, he did use taunt.
Yeah.
That's weird. All right, Karkin, do you have a Vindicator?
I do. You want me to switch over?
Yeah, please.
It's gonna take one shot. Okay, I'll switch.
It's because it was in the combat before. Wait, yeah, he activated it in this combat. There it is. The Vindicator took 2 shots. All right, Karkin's coming in with some taunt. It might last 2 shots. All right. We still only have 4 people. I thought we had 5. Thad, can you be here in 40 seconds? G5 Epic or down? Thad's going to make it. Barely. There he is, coming in with his big old D. All right. So we're up to 5 players. I'm running a Velox. Bill is running a Velox. Everybody else is running G5 Epics. I feel like this is a good mid-range test, right? Oh, son of a biscuit! So close! Oh, God, literally a singular Exocomp or a singular Cerritos would have done it. Oh, God. 500 billion hull. 500 billion. That's literally one shot. This thing starts with hull health of 88 trillion. Oh, so close. Now let's check 15 rounds. Listen, if we had had an ounce more damage, 1 ounce more damage, 1 extra critical shot, we would have beat that. There's the Vindicator. It took 2 shots, just like it did with Thad. So it took 2 shots. After that, we had 14 rounds with 4 of us. Dude, you wouldn't have even needed max fort. A regular fort would have cleared that. A regular fort would have cleared that. The Vindy was tier, 12? Vindy was tier 12 on that.
1.3 billion.
Yeah, there you go. Tier 12. Great test. That is a great test. I am happy with that test. That was a team of 5 midline ships. I like that test. I want to look more. I want to look more at this log. This is great. Yeah, one more ship could have done it because we only ran 5 ships. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To be honest with you, I wonder in that scenario, we would have done better without the Vindicator, I think. If Karkin had brought
my other ship, I was
brought
better damage output with the Kusan Peck than I did the Vin.
If he had brought his Kuv, we would have been fine. Look at that. Super interesting.
Plus, I don't know, and were any of you guys cloaked? Because I was cloaking with my Kusan Peck before, and I do run with Sloan, so that is shortening the mitigation of the Armada. It's not much, but it's standard damage mitigation. It's a little bit for everybody.
Why did Bill die so fast?
Did he get targeted after my taunt ended? Like residual of his previous taunt? Like, I remember you. I'm coming for you.
Oh, it's the Spocks. No, it's the Spocks. Look at my damage output. Holy crap. Look at the... Guys. Okay, let me be very clear then. We just ran that test, but the Spocks made a huge difference. Look here. I ran almost a quadrillion damage. Bill ran 4 trillion. Thad ran 4.5 trillion. TC ran 14 billion. Okay? But we ran a quadrillion with the Spocks. So, let this be right here. This is a great test. Yeah. Well, okay, hang on. Because I don't think you got a shot off.
Oh, with the Vindicator one? Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
That one
7 billion.
a good one.
7 billion. Okay? Huge. Huge, huge, huge. So, what we just did against a 70 with a G5 Epic, a Vindy, another G5 Epic, a G6 Rare, and a G6 Rare. A set of Spocks one set of Spocks can take that out. 2 sets of Spocks would have been lights out. So, sourcing, still working on that. However, here's what we know. Here's what we know is that weekend number 1 is going to be Cat Spock Paragon. Weekend number 2 is going to be Ambassador Spock Paragon. Weekend number 3 is going to be Cat Spock Paragon. And all throughout those, you might be able to pick up a few supplemental shards through Paragon for female Spock. Okay? And that's all you got right now for the sourcing. I'm still trying to work on that. And there's no in-game sourcing other than the events. Caledon said, is it useful if you can solo the 70s? It probably will eventually come for the 75s, okay? But if you can solo the 70s, the question would be, are you doing it with loot? Or are you doing it with combat? Because if you're doing it with loot, then no, you don't need the Spocks. Now, you will need them for the 75s. Yeah, so if you're looting, like I did a minute ago, if you're looting a 70, solo, no, you don't need the Spocks for the 70s. Okay, you will for the 75. And let's not point out or forget, which is a valid point, Cannon Onion, the Spocks are going to also be phenomenally useful against the hostiles. Let's you guys remember how cooked I got against the level 80 trader? Let's try one. Let's try level. Oh, wait. Got to fix the Spock up here. There we go. How do we feel about that? Nah. Yeah. Right? Right there. How's that? The Spocks are all tier 1. All right, I see one. Shelby says you won't even get in a shot. Really? Even with the Spocks? Let's see what happens. I love it.
Are you using Ambassador Spock in this one or no?
Yeah, I did flip it back. Nope. I did not even get off a single shot. $62 trillion isolytic damage. Whew. All right, so the Spocks didn't help me on that. Let's go find another one. Insta-kill. I don't see one in here. Let's just try a standard hostile. Okay, handiwork. Oh, that was actually very nice. All right, so these are against the 70 level hostiles. Here's a 65 survey. We're going to go back to the tier 3 system here. Yeah, I know 2 stars are different than tier 3. I know. Let's just go back to that tier 3 and grind on a few hostiles that are not the 80s. All right, we're going to avoid that guy. Let's take a quick peek at these hostiles and remember what they do. Extra isolytic damage, isolytic defense, apex barrier, apex shred. No shield mitigation.
Emotional, damn it!
Dude, that is still making a huge difference for hostiles. Because I'm here to tell you, I was not grinding this well. The hostiles are massive, massively helpful. Cannon Onion. Big time. And look at the loot. The loot is huge.
You're a big puncher. Can you do like a hybrid loot crew / Spock setup? See who's your big carry for the hostiles? Or is it a group thing?
The crew already has a bunch of loot. It's 1,000%. So what else are you going to add? 11, make it 1,100?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think you'd give up too much synergy. You'd actually go down in loot, dude. Because you've got 350% synergy.
Perfect.
So if you drop a side card, you'd actually go down. Because the synergy gain's like 300%, isn't it? I don't think we see it here. Yeah, it's 350%. So yeah, you would actually drop in loot gain, Karkin, if you took an officer out.
Yeah, so it's good the way it is.
Yeah. Yeah, plus you're gonna get the abilities of Spock, which is extra isolated defense by 20,000%, which is going to make a difference against these hostiles that are bumping it up real big. And then you've got Cat Spock, which is extra critical damage. So you definitely want to make sure you've got Hull Breach and B'Elanna. Yeah.
And guaranteeing you're hurting all the time. Like, don't.
Yeah, you should. I think I did load. All right, I did not load Borg Q, but you should, unless, yeah, you can use fleet commanders for that, or Borg Q will help with that. I should be pretty near 100% without Borg Q. Well, this is going to change the game on loot that you grind from these guys, that's for sure. Which is actually just the Isogenite. Are these guys going to make it so that you don't have to mine anything other than geodes? I am running.
But doesn't that require you mining the other stuff anyway, just to get the geodes?
Maybe, yeah. I wonder. So I've got Watt Carroll down here. I wonder if I'm actually getting any shield mitigation, or if that's a wasted slot.
Are your shields taking any damage whatsoever ever?
I'm checking. No. So she's a wasted slot. No. So let's retune this crew. So let's pull Carol.
Do you have beer or the doctor available? Because if things are going good and it's
extra. Well,
so, do you need more loot? Like you said, it's pretty.
It's pretty diminished. And again, you don't need Cascade down here because you've got 1,000% Cascade here. So Uhura's 20%.
The Cascade multiplies on itself, doesn't it? So,
yeah, but it's 20%. Apex Barrier is from Ambassador Spock.
What about Shred? You said the enemy has a good Apex Barrier, right? So
Yeah,
maybe Quasi?
we need Shred. Yeah, Quasi's a good one down here. Ilea's critical damage 60%, but Cat Spot is 6,000%. So you don't even need Ilea. This is interesting.
What's the math on the damage increase of the Cascade? Like you said, it's what's the 20% on top of the other one. I guess you said only 20%, but it's.
I mean, Savick is 70%, but again, you're dealing with 1,000%. You know? So I don't think you're even running. I mean, you could run Cascade down below deck. You could.
How many rounds is it going?
One round.
How many times do they hit you in the fight before you kill them?
One.
And they fire first?
Critical hit damage, 100%. Hails to Cat Spock.
I was thinking maybe woke Scotty.
Cat Spock is 6,000.
Cut up under their shield, but it might not matter.
You know what? You know what you put down here? You put Doctor and Beer, I guess. No. Dane? Speed? I mean, you got 1,000% loot. I mean, what do you need here? Did I read Suitor wrong? Where is he?
Suitor is crit chance for the first 5 rounds. Crit damage for the first 5 rounds.
Don't need crit damage. You don't need crit damage. Don't need crit. Don't need Seska. Don't need Apex Barrier. You got Apex Barrier right here. No, that's Icelandic defense. Okay, yeah, Barrier. Who's got Apex Barrier? Against hostiles below deck. Anybody?
Miro Uhura, or not? Yeah, Mirror Uhura has a generic one, and then you have your specific ones with like Garrett's, Zeph, and the other one.
Garrett below deck is
battleships.
It's just battleships. Honestly, yeah, this is it. You could take Dane off and then run Zeph. You could do something like that. And yes, you could run loot, nickels and dimes. Hey, you could run loot. But if you ran loot, you've got 1,000%. You're going to boost it to 1,050%. You're barely going to see it. I mean, you could, for sure. A little bit. You're right. But I don't even know that you would see that. There you go. Now I got to cheapen the repair. Damn it. I keep her on the Aphelion because it dies all the time. So yeah, you can put Naga over here. Do that little number there. Shelby says use a relativity for cargo size. A relativity, you say, huh? Shelby, did you miss that show?
Either missed it or a well-placed dig.
You can only, yeah, you can't use relativity anyway. Dude, I'm telling you, there's not a whole lot. This crew is very self-contained. It's a very self-contained crew. You know what? I like this crew for hostiles way more than I like it for the Armadas. Honestly. I got to get off the air. Huh. Shelby says solves problems for ships that have fewer lower deck slots. Yeah, you're right. Now I kind of want... Now I kind of want bigger hostiles. I guess this is why we would want to go take Coda, right? There's not nearly enough 70s in this system. So we're spending all our time hitting these 63s and 66s. Have I packed? Nope. All right, I'm going to go pack. Tarpy's yelling at me now. Nope. Okay, in fairness, I've actually packed tech. I just haven't packed my clothing. I've packed all the tech except for what I need out of the studio. I just haven't packed any clothing. Shelby said the 73s hit pretty hard. I would love to know. I would love to try that out. I'd have to join another alliance to try it. I have to wear pants. What are you talking about? I'm not wearing pants. It's ridiculous. Undies and shorts. I'm all good. All right. Let's run some duo waves. Oh, I could run a duo wave. You want to run a duo wave? Thad, you want to run a duo wave? I like duo waves. I do like duo waves. You want me to try a 73 duo wave tonight? No, but I will try a 70. Thad, you want to try a 70? All right. Let's try a 70 duo wave. And this time, I am going to run with the vengeance. And we're going to run an Athena right here. We're going to give it a go. How squishy am I? We're getting ready to find out. This is how we're going to run it. Skippy says tier 10 Vengeance, tier 7 Athena Cakewalk. Well, I'm going to try to down it a little bit. I got a tier 9 Vengeance and a tier 5 Athena. So we're going to give it a shot. So Shiz, right now we've only been doing the 66s, but we clear them perfectly. The one time we tried a 70, we didn't do so well, but I have since done a little bit of crewing work and tiered my Vengeance. So we're going to give it a shot. Fix the crew. What's wrong with my crew? I like my crew. What's wrong with my crew? I like my crew. I like my crew. What's wrong with my crew? You don't like Walk McCoy down there? All right, so let's run extra isolytic. No, I can't run extra isolytic. Walk is up. Savic's up here. We got extra damage there. We got a little bit of speed. You like Walk McCoy as an officer? Why didn't we do that? There was a reason. It might have been the hull repair, right? 25% hull repair? I think that might have been why we were doing it, because I got Pick Hugh on the other ship. Savick below deck is non-Armada hostiles, wham, but on the bridge, she's wave defense, Cascade wave defense. She's a big deal.
She's great up on the bridge.
She's great on the bridge. I think I was doing this for the hull repair. And then I had Anorax for barrier. I feel like I could do different here in the captain's chair, right? But he's really the only barrier officer we got.
Nesmith, but he doesn't stack, so.
All right, we're going to give it a shot.
Side note, did you spend all your arena tournament loot?
No, not yet. I haven't decided what I want to spend it on yet, to be honest with you. Shelby wants Sulu as captain.
Hikaru?
He's only 2,000, though. My Anorax is better. Yeah, I know Sulu has barrier, but Anorax does have more. It's got 3,200.
Maybe he was just saying him as an option because you said there was no one else. So he was just like, oh, there's Hikaru.
Although Anorax probably stacks up bigger because it's when hit by a hostile once per weapon, cumulative stacking. So you can actually get up to 64. You can get up to 9,600. Yeah, you can get up to 9,600 barrier with Anorax. All right, we're gonna stick right here. We're gonna stick right here. All right, Thad. Let's give it a shot, see what happens. Bro. I can tear my damn Athena. Hang on. Let me do my pulls here. We're going to tear this Athena before we go. Are you guys still getting issues where your bulk claims are still not saving? I feel like that's still happening with me.
Is that because of you jumping devices all the time, or
probably?
And maybe it's not that it's not changing. It's just you haven't adjusted it on this other devices, so you keep thinking that it's going back when
maybe
it's just you have to reset it on the second device.
I really hate that. They got it figured out with the faction bulk claim. Let's do it here. Let's do it here. All right. Hey, I got a new title. Fantastic. None of my bundles reset. Oh, that's lame. That's lame. Okay. All right, Thad. See what happens, bro.
When surfers go to hit the wave, do they say break a leg? Is it even called going to hit a wave? I don't know what any surfers out there.
All right, so far so good. All right, Thad's got that one. Now we're going to bring this guy over here and the Athena back over here. Okay, one wave down. Minimal hull damage. Fantastic. Okay, see what happens. I'm more worried about the vengeance, to be honest with you. I think. Well, it looks like it's doing all right. How you holding up over here, Thad? Uh-oh. Oh, no, we're okay. We're okay. We okay? Oh, no, we just lost his Athena. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. All right, we're in trouble. I think I'm letting the rest go. Oh, God, Thad's gone. Thad's gone. All right. This is okay. This is okay. We're okay. Okay, we're all right. We're okay. Oh, boy. We're in trouble. I don't think the Athena's going to do as good against combat drones. Okay, holding up. We're just going to have to go quick. We got to go quick. Okay, hang on. We're all right. I'm focusing. I'm not going to get to that drone in time, am I? Oh, hell. Oh, no. Oh, boy. That's bad. All right, we're going to stop right there. Ooh! All right. We're not going to clear wave 5, am I? Oh, this is no good. I waited too long on the Athena to start on the Venari Raw. Oh no. Oh, we cleared. We cleared wave 4. This is still not profitable, by the way. All right, let's pop this. Oh, we're done. It's literally, I just don't have time. I don't have enough. I already did. I did the Amplify, but the problem is I don't have enough bandwidth. And if I fly all the way across the system to take out this wave, then it's too much impulse time. Yeah, this ain't gonna work. You know, it was worth a shot. It was worth a shot. Not bad. I'll take it. All right. Oh, guys, we gotta go. Gotta go. It's 1 o'clock. I gotta pack. I gotta pack. Will really a Max Fort lets the a Max Fort would let the Vengeance hit the Venari roll? Really? Huh. I haven't tried it that way. That would be helpful though. Having a second ship would have gotten me through that wave. So, all right. Well, that was fun. Cool. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me tonight. I'm very, very grateful for that. Thank you guys for all the support. Thank you guys for the bits, the subs, the funsies, the follows. Appreciate that. Yeah, they'd still take the whole damage though, right? Yeah. Wait, I gotta buy a pack? What do I have to buy a pack for? What do I gotta buy a pack for? I don't know a pack. Tarpy's chewing me out. I gotta go. All right, guys. I'll see you in San Diego tomorrow. We'll be streaming on Thursday and Friday and Saturday. Got a lot of stuff planned. It should be a good time. We appreciate you guys all. Have a wonderful night. Try not to get arrested. No promises. All right, let's see who's online. Scribs is on. Almadron. That's where we got to go. We rated Scribs yesterday. Let's check out Almadron. You guys have a wonderful night. We'll see you on the West Coast within the next 24 hours. Love you guys. Have a wonderful night. By the way, Schwag, yeah, we're going to be doing all kinds of meetups outside the convention center. Yeah, just stay in our Discord. I'll try to set up a room. I'll set up a room for it. There's going to be a lot of people there. We're going to do all kinds of stuff. As a matter of fact, I don't plan on being in the convention center more than an hour or two, to be honest with you. Everything we're going to be doing is outside. So we'll be hanging out. Beer's on you. All right, guys. Good night. Love you. See you later.